Video Game Podcast.
Oh, yes! Whether it's a beer, a shot, or even a glass of wine, grab your favorite beverage as always, and welcome to your favorite live, interactive video game podcast. What is that noise?
What is going on back
What
there?
is going on with this? Is it a ghost in here or something?
Background music.
Anyway, welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast with your hosts, as always, starting with me, LG857.
That's what's it thought! Stallion!
Stikz.
Turbo 857.
And your boy Big Chuck. What up?
Kapuya!
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes.
Kapuya?
Kapuya!
What is that from?
You never,
Kapuya.
that's actually from like that bad interview. Remember? Way back, like the news anchor was asking this woman what happened at the fire, and she was like, "Yeah, things were going crazy when Kapuya," and it went like viral or some shit.
That's where it was.
Yeah, that's where it's from.
What's good,
up,
mass
man?
produced?
Mass produced.
What's up, Gordo Scene?
What's good? What's good?
What
What's
up,
good?
chat?
What's up, Cafe Fox?
Hell yes.
Oh, I gotta open the shit up on my phone.
Yeah, me
Wow.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Look, you guys late. I'm shaking everything up on my return. I love it.
What?
I love it.
Are you? I ain't shaking anything up.
Hell yeah.
You haven't even done anything.
Gordo Scene is here for the Media Glitch roast.
Good.
I guess we are talking about Street Fighter 6.
Hell
Oh,
yes.
there we go.
All right.
Yes. Are we ready? All right, special guest.
Not really, no. I told you to look over here. Look. See a black screen?
You did the push. So you didn't give me the push.
I'm riffing, man. Trying to riff.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Keep it going, man.
I thought it was just
Gotta
explosions
keep it going,
happening,
dude.
like it was a big presentation about
Yeah,
that.
there is a big presentation.
What happened? Give me two. You know what happened?
No.
It's gonna be two of those. Yeah, like that. Okay.
Like that?
Yeah, do
All
it
right,
like
breaking news, y'all.
Jesus Christ, help me. Help
Can't
me.
do it on one. Can't do it on one. Only
Paul
on two.
Master Flex all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Drop
You
the bomb
gotta
on
talk
him.
through the whole thing and just keep talking.
We got a guest
Level
today.
857, the best video game podcast in the world. Oh my God. When we come through to your town, we shut it down.
New York, y'all.
Level 857.
Yes.
We shut down all the other podcasts.
We in the streets.
We in these streets. We in these streams.
What is
Y'all ain't ready for this.
I like that.
right now?
I'm spitting all over.
I'm sorry.
No
y'all.
idea what's happening.
sorry,
Apology to everybody. I apologize.
yeah.
Sorry to everyone that's listening,
Yeah.
because that was terrible.
Yes, if you were
It was
just
funny though.
Oh my God.
if you're just watching us, it's easier to take.
That was actually that was pretty entertaining.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I'd watch that part over.
It
again.
became so intense that I didn't even know what to do.
Just waiting for.
I'm about to introduce ourselves again.
I know, right? So start the intro again. I'm sorry.
Oh, we got 14 heads in the chat.
Yeah.
What's going on, chat?
Shout out
Oh,
to chat.
so they saw that little rant. Damn.
Nah, it's just bringing them in, man. Bringing them in. So how y'all doing? Let us know in the chat, y'all.
Yeah, man. That's right.
One at a time. Good
Yeah, man.
Yes, and let us know what you guys are playing before we let you know what we're playing.
Gordo C says, in the time of despair, boom.
Yes, that's how it's got to go.
Oh, that's great.
How bizarre. How bizarre.
Bazaar in the chat, y'all.
Bazaar's in the
What
chat.
up, bizarre?
What up,
Bazaar.
Bazaar?
How bizarre. How bizarre.
Yes.
Why?
What? How bizarre.
Stop.
Drop that Peter Griffin on him. How
Oh
bizarre.
my God.
All right, we might as well just move to the games we've been playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I don't know what's going on here, but yeah.
I think he went to the can.
Yeah. I
What's
had to mute his mic so we didn't hear pots and pans and stuff that were I don't know what that was.
Reggie tripped all up in the background, fell in the kitchen, fell off the toilet. I don't know what's going on back there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. He just said 20 seconds. We're live, 20 seconds.
said 20
And he
seconds.
said, all right, good. I got to get some water or something.
He's
And I'm
like,
I
oh.
gotta go get some ice. Like,
Get some ice.
hold on, did you walk outside?
He fell. He fell in the kitchen. Mad things fell on the floor.
It's not the first time people get nervous coming on here, you know?
Yeah, that threw
Even
me
old
off, though,
veterans.
man.
But it's not his first time.
Not going to lie, that did throw me off a little bit. I was like, I'm hearing clink, clink.
Click, 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 click.
And I'm
And then you hear, shut up, get down. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, cat and shit.
But the more you come on, the more you want to kind of like add something. Got to be edgy, you know? This time from the bathroom, maybe next time from the roof, you never know.
From
you
the
know?
window
To the wall, exactly.
To the wall.
Exactly. You know what they were thinking. That was good. That was great. Come on. And that was controversial. No, but that's what I'm saying, you know? Gotta shake things up.
All right. So before we introduce,
It's rough for
our guest-
comedians. Jesus.
Before we introduce our guest today, let's get into what we've been playing while we wait. Why not?
I'll go first. I've been playing nothing.
Okay.
Sasquatch
All right.
in the chat. What up, Sasquatch?
All right.
I was gonna say, wait for me to switch to the, to the theme first.
No, it's over.
I haven't played nothing.
I played nothing.
You said that you were guilty. So like,
played
it wasn't me.
Played nothing.
I don't know what happened.
All right.
Well, you did play something.
Like a couple of seconds.
You did play something.
And died multiple times.
No, you did. You
Cafe
did.
said the soundboard's gonna break easy.
Hell yes.
Well, I guess while we're waiting,
Who's going first?
Yo, we took the sip at the same time. Did you? I
I'm
saw that on
muted,
camera.
No, I wasn't watching.
I was synchronized sipping.
I don't watch the show.
I don't watch
Synchronized sipping. I can go first.
well, I was gonna start with the co-op games we started.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
do
yeah,
that,
let's
do
do
that.
that.
yeah,
The
yeah,
usual.
yeah.
The usual.
All right.
Yeah, no, you did play something, Style. We played a new game, a demo for a game called Brave Cave. Brave Cave. Shout out to Hit Start Studios.
Yeah.
Hit Start Studios.
For the heads up.
I like that name.
This was a fun.
yeah, man.
This was a funny, fun stream. Very, very.
I
funny.
saw quite a bit of this on vacation. This was funny.
Yeah, I was watching. It was pretty dope.
Actually, no. I was home from vacation. It was Sunday. Okay.
The entertainment value of this stream was through the roof.
Oh, dude.
It was through the roof because the fuckery and the evil, like diabolical traps that are in this game. Jesus, man.
Yeah, for anybody who's wondering who's listening and wondering what we're playing, it's a platform, a co-op platform puzzler. More platform than puzzle, but it's like Celeste but co-op.
Yes, that's actually a good way.
It's
to
like Celeste with
describe it.
co-op. Very difficult, challenging, but achievable. You can get through the challenges.
Very genius how it was made with the timing of the like jumps and the like some games when you jump on a ledge, there's like that little gap that they don't really allow you to jump on. Like it's so precise with like the jumping, the hitboxes on the spikes, all that stuff. Very, very cool. Very, very big fan of the game, even though it was very painful. But we beat the demo.
Yeah.
We beat the damn demo.
From what I saw when y'all were playing, it seemed like y'all had to be precise. The timing,
Extremely precise.
the timing was to a T in order to pass.
Oh,
that
there was
extra
one
puzzle.
stage. I think you know the stage when I said this could be the last stage. This could be it. I was like, this is for us to be both on point.
Well, the demo is 24 stages, right?
24 stages, yeah,
Damn. That's a lot.
dude.
For a
The
demo?
one
You
stage, Al, you know this stage. The one stage that had like maybe 6 little platforms with a
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I
a
can scroll
saw
forward.
on each one. I don't know if you can get to it. It
See
was
if I
like
can fold
stage
it. I'm
17.
scrubbing through right here. You
Stage
can see it.
17. That's exactly which one it is. It had the saws.
They're not numbered, but
Yeah. On each, I think it might have been before this one, but dude,
Yeah, so
That was some funny
basically
deaths.
that looks like leaves or whatever, but that
They're all
basically kills you.
spikes.
Yeah, those are spikes. those are one hit death. That's
There
it.
was some funny deaths. Though.
Oh,
I was
man.
like,
God,
like,
God.
we both had them. We both. Had
Oh
'em.
yeah. No, it had that moment of like from Damage in Transit that we had where it's like you know exactly what to do, but your brain just doesn't register. Like you're just like just flustered.
And you start mentally breaking down.
Yeah,
And you can
yeah.
see it live. That's the
Oh
funny
yeah,
part.
yeah.
Oh, it was, and while we were, I mean, the developers and the whole crew were watching our stream. They were beyond entertained. They were laughing
Yeah.
hysterically. I know they were. That's why we're gonna have them on the podcast because I want to know what it looked like from their point of view of us constantly yelling, screaming, dying, and then then like actually winning,
Yo,
which
look
was
at this.
very rewarding.
I forgot about this part. This we had trouble with.
Oh,
for a little bit.
fuck this one.
This I had to put the rope on one side, and then we had to jump and then hang off the rope. And this is where, was this where? Oh, this is where I learned that you can grab onto the rope.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
I didn't
great.
know you could.
I had to shoot you up. You have to do that. Drop the rope. I have to
Yeah,
fall on
look at
it.
that. Look at that.
Boom. Both of us have to pop
You gotta
up,
climb up fast, grab the
get
rope,
jump on
jump,
that,
then dodge this.
and watch. Someone's gonna. Nope.
Yep, you got hit.
Yeah.
That was it.
You have that little
Yeah,
part.
dude,
Yeah.
that little tiny hitbox, man.
Mm.
Crazy.
When I
Crazy,
f-
man.
When I first saw it, it looked like a boy in his blob.
It did, right?
It does, yeah.
It was a boy in Johnny 5.
Yes.
Precision movement.
And
Which-
each
I can't speak
from
English.
from what I saw in the trailer, each stage had like you get different abilities for each stage. So like the robot had what was it, like a fan? He had another one, he had like a spotlight, and he would like shine it in a pitch black or whatever stage.
We won't be playing that ever.
And I was
Never,
like,
never.
so it reveals platforms that you got to jump on.
I will
Yeah,
never.
yeah,
I will
yeah.
never do that.
Unless they stay, unless when you shine the light on it, it stays in place. So when you take the light off, it glows.
No.
That's the only way. That's the only way that I
The
would
only
be
way
like,
I
"All right."
do put myself through that is if people call for it. If people ask for it,
Yeah.
you know,
agreed.
everyone's like, "No, we want
Agreed.
to see you guys stream it again."
Yeah.
Then we'll do it. But other than that, no,
we
man.
want to see you guys in pain.
It's
Okay.
like because like you get angry and you get like stressed and
That's what they want
Yeah,
to see,
yeah.
though.
yeah. I mean, it's
We know
entertaining.
what y'all want to see.
Dude, my freaking hands are sweating, man. After that whole play session, I was like, yo, my hands are like trembling.
Dude, do you remember early on my classic spaz when you dropped the rope and I got the rope and I tried to jump off the top? I said, "Ugh," and I fell straight down. I'm like, what was that?
I went to throw the rope. I hit the freaking grab button, and I just did nothing. I just fell right off.
It's awful.
I was like, yo, why did I do that?
It's painful.
One
Those
thing
good
I
times.
thought was cool about the game, you guys haven't mentioned yet, is that in spite of how painful some of the platforming could be, that music though
It's very good. Very
was.
good music.
I was like, this music is awesome.
I
I'm
love
like,
the music
it's
in that
really.
game.
Oh, it was relaxing, man.
It was very relaxing. I'm like, this is just like. This track is awesome. It's worth just to see the video.
Hold on,
just to
one
hear
second.
the music.
So,
alone.
sorry to cut you off there. Reggie, are you there, man? Are you listening?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your camera off, dude.
Oh, it's been off the whole time? I thought it was on.
Nah, dude, it was off. I've been waiting for you to turn it back on. But we've been riffing this whole time.
That's
You see me
Yeah,
now?
man.
That's too funny.
That is
Wow.
hilarious.
All
You
right,
see me now?
Nope.
No.
That's
Here, let me
crazy.
show the audience here what I'm looking. Oh, there we
There
go.
it goes.
Now you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
He's back,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Yeah, what an introduction. Wow.
Hey, it's Reggie, guys.
Oh, man.
Reggie's on the show, y'all.
You're watching the show like, damn.
That's the funniest. Should I
Yo,
do it?
what's
as a-
good, Cag?
Should I do it? Should I do it?
Yeah. I'm so sorry, man, because I saw the notes, but I wasn't sure they were directed at me. I was like, oh.
I was like, "What? Are you good, man?"
That is hilarious.
See, it's been so long since I've been on here, so that I forgot how it works.
Well, that's all right. Well, for those
Well, that
who
was
are
botched,
listening,
but yeah.
for those who are listening and watching, it doesn't matter. Special guest we're having on the podcast tonight is no stranger to this podcast. In fact, he is a member of the Metal Jesus crew as well as the game review Click Media Glitch. He's a former Army vet. He's also been in a couple of commercials, and he's even appeared in a wrestling background with us
Yes.
in Retromania Wrestling. Please put your hands together and give a warm round of applause for one of YouTube gaming's most celebrated personalities and pickup artists. And he's even extended to catching hitchhikers and old ladies off the street.
Wait,
What? Yeah, that went left.
News to me.
Yo.
Please welcome Radical
Oh dear God.
Reggie.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Right on, man.
Hey, Reggie.
Radical Reggie, y'all.
Man.
Wow.
There we go. There we go.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff.
That was wild.
There we go.
Reggie, we were worried about you. We heard pots and pans falling and shit.
So when we did the 20-second mark, I went to go grab some ice, and when Al, when you were talking, you're like, "What's that noise?" I was dropping the ice in my lemonade, and it was like crackling. I didn't know it was that close to the mic.
Is it le-
You're
is it
like, "What the heck?"
Is it lemonade in a bucket?
No, in this cup right here. So
Tumbler.
yeah,
Bro, I thought
that
you
was-
went outside to like a river to go get ice. I'm like,
I had no idea it was that bad. I'm so sorry, man. I thought my mic was off when I cut off the camera. I was like, you gotta cut off both.
It's like clink, clink, bang, bang. Bro. It's like,
I eventually
trip and
muted.
fall?
I didn't even think to mute the
I was like, what if he had an accent? I was like, what if he had an accent?
That-
He's knocked out right now.
Oh,
what we
man.
gonna do? How we-
You guys' reaction was so funny, though.
Oh man.
dude, what if you heard a clink, clink, ah? I'm like, what the fuck's going on over there?
You're like, I guess it's on the ground.
And Reggie's like,
Oh.
shut up! And then he comes back on, hey guys, what's going on?
Terrible.
So I don't know if you caught the game that we were talking about just now. It's
Yeah, the game is like Celeste, but it's 2 players.
yeah, it's on Steam right now. There's a
Brave
demo
Cave.
out. Should be supposed to be out third quarter of this year.
Oh, really?
Okay.
And yeah, the devs hit me up and they were like, "Yeah, you guys are a co-op channel. you guys might want to try this. And
I like it when the devs reach out to us like that.
That's
you know?
very
Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
Well, yeah,
Keep 'em coming.
we never respond right away because we have to look at the game.
Yeah.
And if the game sucks, we don't respond.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Insider info. Never said.
Well, you guys are true gamers, man. So of course they would reach out to you. You know what I mean? You guys like very active on the channel. You guys are constantly playing games. I remember seeing you guys play like a lot of like games on Sundays together.
Still do. Still do.
Yeah, you still do. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
definitely, you guys are the perfect guys to reach out to for for that type of stuff.
Say that one more time.
I said, definitely, you guys are the perfect people to reach out to for that kind of stuff. So if any developer is listening right now, level 857, Radical Reggie is saying it. Reach out to these guys for your reviews of your games. These guys will take care of you.
Ooh, soundbite.
That's
Or
why
at
we
least
brought
you'll
him
play
on the
them.
show.
You don't know if you'll review them, but you'll play them and let them know. Give them some feedback.
We call that a commercial, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen.
Yeah, there you go.
That is
Is that a commercial?
That was a
Is that
commercial.
good?
You heard it here, straight from Radical Reggie.
Now, Reggie, we're gonna put your face back up. We're gonna say it again.
We're gonna send out this level 857 shirt and the hat.
You're gonna be on a couple of promos. It's okay.
That's great.
Oh man.
No, that game's the shit though. I like that game a lot. That was a lot of fun.
What else did y'all play for
So,
co-ops?
What was the second game we played?
The second game was Army of Two.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right.
Army of Two, the 40th day.
yes, 40th Day is a
Heck
great game. That's the best one in the series.
Yo.
Yeah.
I've never played it
It's a
before.
trip.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
never
it's a
played it
trip.
before, man.
And
is fire.
I playing this game again, and I shame on me for not even bringing this game up more. But this is one of my favorite third-person shooters I've ever played. This game is fucking incredible. It is so awesome. It's so intense. I love this cinema with this guy who swears he's the shit.
And he died in
And then
2 seconds.
we killed him in 5 seconds with man
Yeah,
rounds
armor.
to the head. This fucking guy wasting. You can't even skip this shit. By the
No,
way,
you can't skip
You
it.
have
It's
to look at this
unskippable.
tool bag, thinking he's the
PS3
shit,
era.
and then he catches mad headshots and falls.
Yeah, he died quick, man.
Dude, the gunfights are so intense.
They
So
are.
intense in this game.
That first checkpoint, though, it was kind of weird because we had to start that whole shootout.
It
all
wasn't
over
so
again.
bad, though.
But
Wasn't so bad.
Did you guys beat the game?
We just played past this douchebag here.
yeah, he's just gonna die right
The
now.
choices you make in this game are a trip, man.
Yeah.
Like you make those crazy choices. It's like no matter what you choose, man, something crazy will happen. Whether you think you're making a good choice or not, it's insane.
It's
But,
funny. First time I played this game, I played it with Turbo. But this time around, I'm like, all right, I'm playing with Al. Al never played before, so Al, you make all the choices. and it said, do you want to shoot this guy? I'm like,
Went right to the chat.
and Al, chat's like, they're a little delayed, and Al's like, fuck it, we're killing them.
They're all dying, man. They're, all dying. They're not surviving with me. No.
I was like,
Hostages
if
and
you a
all.
hostage
Hostages and
or
all,
a
man.
bad guy.
Dude,
They all
there was
died, man.
there was a hostage situation. I said, yeah, first we gotta. Oh, all right, it's over. It's
Yeah,
over.
no.
They're all dead. All right, Al.
Actually, I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah,
and I ended.
he threw a grenade.
I threw a grenade right at the
Yo.
hostage.
Oh yeah.
You're no hero.
I pressed the wrong button. I was like, oh,
Terrible.
Al's like,
RB,
no more
RB,
heroes.
RB. I remember that now.
It's like, there goes that one.
Not LB. RB.
Dope game though. Dope game. I wish they would do Army of 4, man, because that shit needs to be like 4-player co-op, like online. Oh my god. that'd be
Oh,
so
there you
good.
go.
Bruh.
I don't think the third one did too well though.
Yeah, because they ruined the story. They
Yeah.
shit on the story completely.
with Devil's Cartel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Wasn't a bad game.
No, game
It
was
still
good. Like the actual action, the gunfights were dope. The customization was dope. They shit on the story.
The characters they messed up on. Like, come on, man, seriously. I couldn't believe that.
They did a Contra.
Yeah,
What's
they
that?
pull a Contra. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
what
they
did.
pulled the Contra there. Oh, you guys are enjoying it? Let's fuck it.
Player 2 is going to be the villain.
Yeah, like what?
And-
What? What?
What's up, Parrish?
It's so out of nowhere,
Yeah.
you know, because you play the first 2 games, you know, these guys are like they're buddies, man. Like
Yep.
it's just so out of like, yeah, it's
Bad,
insane.
bad storytelling.
Yeah, I never got it. I'm like, all right, why he changed? I never just like the story behind it was like, nope, no,
Money.
it's not really working.
Money.
Harris says, I need your guys' word that you will play Helldivers 2 day 1.
When does that come out?
Need a word.
Wait, is that Helldivers 2 that 4-player
It looks good.
online
It looks
third
good.
person?
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, it
third-person
looks good.
shooter.
It's the
Yeah.
game with the bad promo, but it looks good.
Looks good. Yeah, I'll play it. Yeah,
We'll play it. We don't know about day one, but
We'll play
the first day we can all get together and play it. We'll play it.
yeah, I'll definitely play that.
Which will probably be that Sunday when it comes.
As long as it's not first person. Fuck
Maybe.
that shit.
Okay.
What about
I don't
Actually-
understand why you hate first person so much.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Game Pass too, right?
I hope so.
I think so.
I hope so.
I think so.
You be forking over that money.
Because
Word.
that's a big like that means we can all play.
Yeah, Game Pass is great.
If we all have to buy the game, then you guys got a lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah.
We rely on you guys. Super chat. Y'all were for the
Y'all
same
got fun
game?
that.
Y'all were for the same game? I mean, come on.
Christmas just passed. My birthday's coming up.
Oh, there you go.
Fact, huh?
Everybody's birthday is coming up.
Everybody's birthday
Yeah,
is
my
coming
birthday's
up.
coming up.
It's a new year.
For real. For real.
Jesus.
Oh man.
But that game does look good, though.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So yeah, Army of Two was good, man. It was
Right
good.
on.
Highly recommended, man. Nice throwback.
After all these years.
Nice
still,
throwback.
The first-
still holds up.
Well, the first two games, or do you recommend the third, even though the story was kind of
I recommend the action if you just want to ignore the story.
just skip the cutscenes? If
Yeah,
you can?
just
Can you skip this? Because remember, you couldn't do that in the second one.
I
this
don't
one.
I don't
remember.
dude, I played this a long time ago.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
PS3 era was known for like, well, the seventh generation was
Yeah.
known for
Yeah,
not
seven.
being able to skip a lot of stuff like that. So
That's Kojima's fault.
Ah.
Kojima.
Yeah,
that's
That was all Kojima's fault.
He's like, I'm making a movie.
He added a pause. You can pause the cutscenes.
Yeah, you can make the cutscenes longer.
Pause. Pause.
Go make a sandwich.
That was all. Right? But I guess that's the time when you could use pause.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Who wants to kill what they played?
I gotta go to Reggie
Actually,
first.
I was actually gonna ask Reggie. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go.
yeah.
What you been playing, man?
So I just got through playing Star Ocean the other day, Second Story R. I already got a platinum on the game, but I unlocked all the endings.
That's the
in
remake,
game,
right?
so-
How many?
yeah. Something I always wanted to do back in the day when the game first came out, back in like 1999, because it was known the game had 81 different endings that you could unlock.
What?
Jesus.
81?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but there was no way you could
Crazy.
really archive it, like show that you like saw the endings or whatever, like unless you recorded it or written them down. So it was kind of hard to do. But with the new game, the studio that helped make this one, I think they're called Gem Drop. They actually gave you like a listing of where you can see all the endings you unlocked, and all the stuff you've done in the game, how many hours you put in, where locations, like just everything documented, which is perfect. So this is definitely the definitive version of playing the way to play Star Ocean, the second story, which is my favorite in the series. So I just felt, I don't know, I was just really like wanting to play through it again, like I did back in the day, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I think I put like 90 hours in it. And they also added a new game plus to the game as well. So new game plus, obviously you could carry your stats over, which is perfect. The original game did not do that. So you have to start all over because you could actually level up to level 255 in this game. And that's the max level of the game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, and it's just, they used the voice acting from the PSP version because nobody knows the PSP version existed. That game, the two that got released on the PSP just kind of like fell off. I don't think they got really the love they deserved or the promotion they deserved.
Wow.
But they used the voice acting from those versions from in the new games, which is nice. So
So you got
Yeah.
basically an ending an hour.
An ending an hour.
82 endings in 90 hours.
Yo,
yeah, that's kind of cool. You think about it like that, yeah.
There's got to be like endings that you can get like in 2 hours or 1 hour. Like if it's got 81.
So basically, depending on how many characters you have, usually you'll have up to 8 characters max. You can have a couple endings or whatever like that. So each character has their own individual ending. So you get 8 endings of playthrough. And then if you want to couple them up with somebody else, boom, that's like 4 endings of playthrough, stuff like that. So
That's like endless, man. That game is endless.
Was that the Star Wars?
well, they wanted to show you there's all these different possibilities, and that's what kind of intrigued people to play it. Like back in the day, I was really like I loved astronomy and everything, travel to other planets and stuff. So when Star Ocean was announced, I was like, dude, this is the game for me. And I remember I got in trouble playing this game because I was playing it so long. My mom was getting pissed at me because I was in the room just playing and leveling up, doing all this stuff. It's like, man, this game was just I was just so intrigued, you know. But
Is that the
yeah, it's
Star Ocean
kinda-
I played that had the bad voice acting on the PlayStation?
Is this
2?
the end?
Is that the one?
yeah,
It
that's
is.
it.
That game was dope. But the voice is on the PS2 and oh my god.
Is this the end?
Or was it one? Was it PS1 or 2?
PS1.
PS1, okay. That was a long
Yeah,
time ago.
My
Remake
PS2,
looks
they
awesome.
started getting like more professional voice actors to sound like legit.
But
Back in the PS1 version, they were like just actors off the street. Hey, you want to? We heard your voice. We heard you talking a minute ago. You want to star in this game? That's how it was.
It was the
Actually,
devs.
good
Like,
though.
here's an example of a siphon filter. Gabrielle Logan from the first 3 games.
Yeah.
They just heard him talking in the street, and they said, "Hey, you want to star in this game?" And he's like, "Yeah." I think that's the story that he told about it. Pretty similar, but yeah, he, off the street,
He wasn't
and
bad.
he was.
He wasn't
Huh?
bad. I don't remember him being bad.
No, he was awesome. He's the best. He is Gabriel Logan, but of course, after that game, after the 3rd game, they cut him out because of some argument during a session, so they got a new voice actor. But
Wow.
I haven't played the Siphon Filter game past that, really. the first 3 games because the voice acting really matters. You know, this is Gabriel Logan. Like, can you imagine playing Solid Snake and it's voiced by some Keith Sutherland actually did Big Boss, so that's different. But you know, if it was it's just kind of weird. You know what I mean? Unless they're just going for a new generation, I guess, then it's fine.
Yep.
But I prefer them keep the same voice actors if possible.
Imagine them doing that with Bayonetta. Well, actually, they did. They switched it, but it sounded so
Yeah,
much
they
like
Yeah, they fired her. They said you're crazy.
and Harley Quinn. Yeah, they were able to find
So-
good actors for Harley Quinn. So yeah. Tara Strong.
A lot of women were able to voice to redo the original lady's voice really well. So Harley Quinn wasn't a big deal, I don't think.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the lady for Bayonetta, she's all over the place. So I guess it was kind of easy for them to replace her. But I don't know.
Wow.
She had something on Twitter. I remember where she was like talking and saying all this crazy stuff. I remember, and they said,
Yep.
About her
You're
pay.
fired.
I think
Tried
it
to
was
boycott the game.
Don't buy Bayonetta 3. They fired me.
After all they did for her, like
I ain't
2
listening to that.
games, you know, and all that stuff, got her name out there, and then she wants to boycott them.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's all about pay. They want to get paid more, but it's just
She
like
was Bayonetta though.
it's not just the. It's like
That was her.
We know how many people make games. It's like you want to boycott a game and hurt other people's paychecks.
She
Yes.
thought that was her though.
She
Yes,
thought
we
she was
do.
paying that.
If I'm not in the game, Bayonetta's not in the game.
Man, it's crazy.
Apparently, no.
Now, Reg, as far as Star Ocean, what's the battle like? The battle system
Fighting is dope.
was that like?
So it's action oriented. So you can do a time based too if you want, like semi-auto or whatever like that. But it's action based. So basically,
time.
you have your attack button where you could do combos depending on what character you're using. I always use the attack characters, the warriors. My spellcasters do their own thing. I just had them set up to where they just help me out on the battlefield.
right.
But basically, you can push the. I'm playing on PS4. You can push the circle button to do a 3-hit regular combo. Then you got your killer moves, which is attached to the L1 and R1 buttons. So you get special moves like that you can use. You can mix them up. And also, this version of the game added a dash, like a backwards dash move, where you would like back up an enemy from getting attacked.
Yeah.
If you time it well, you can do a critical hit. It took me a while to get used to it at first because I wanted the game to be exactly like the original, but they want to change things up, which is good. A lot of moves in this game are not overpowered like they were in the original Star Ocean, so that took a bit of getting used to. But it's more of an action RPG.
It gives me Tales of vibes a little bit.
It was made by the same team. Like they broke in half.
Oh no shit! Wow.
Yeah, they broke in half. I think during the Super Nintendo era. Like they made Tales of Fantasia. Then the other team made Star Ocean.
Oh.
So I think pretty sure that's the right story behind it.
I'm gonna have to buy it. I'm gonna have to buy it now.
Yeah, if you play Tales of Fantasia, like the Tales game, Star Ocean, it's like right up your alley. I mean, even the story is kind of similar with the first Star Ocean game and Tales of Fantasia, like going back in time and stuff like that. Like it's like
Yeah, they got stopped in both of them halfway, or a little bit past half. I didn't beat either one of those.
But we know, we know, Jay.
Well, you play Star Ocean 1 now, play it on the new generation systems. They had a re-release just like Star Ocean R did.
Oh, it did?
Second Story R did. Yeah, but it's not a physical though.
Star Ocean isn't co-op at all, right?
No, I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
There's no option. Like
That's the
It
difference.
ain't Secret of Mana.
The option to switch controllers. So hey, you take over. That's the co-op. But other than that,
Yeah.
The controller.
Interesting. Not bad. I'm gonna have to look into it.
I mean, it could have been co-op though. I mean, I think no, I'm not really sure about the future of other Star Ocean games, but it could be co-op if they wanted to.
Well, they fell off on the other Star Oceans. They don't know what they're doing now.
Well, what was the last one called? Star Ocean 6. Star Ocean 6 was pretty good. I like that one. I forgot the subtitle name for it. Integrity and Faithlessness. That one was put on PS4, but it was really a PS3 game, so that threw people off. You know, like obviously people could tell, like, hey, this game is outdated or whatever like that. So that was the problem with that one. Star Ocean International, which is Last Hope. It took me a while to like that game, but I overall liked it. I just felt it was too linear at the time. And Star Ocean until the end of time, I felt was probably one of the best games, despite the weird ending, which is like hits the fourth wall type stuff. It's like, dude, come on. But other than that, I feel like they were pretty good games. I would say the weakest one is probably Integrity and Faithlessness. Out of the main series.
Faithlessness. It's funny that's the worst one, right?
It's considered the worst. Like it's considered it. I think I could be wrong. It might be Last Hope. I like them all.
It would be funnier if the worst one is Last Hope. It's like that's the
Yeah,
last.
you're trying.
You're
You're trying really hard.
Faithfulness
forcing a
and
bad
last
joke.
hope for the worst ones.
The last joke fell flat. No one even
Yeah.
acknowledged it, and now
No.
you're trying to do it again. Stop it.
That's terrible, man.
Tough
let
for
it
a
go.
comedian.
No,
man.
you-
It's tough for a
There's
comic.
not
Imagine
one.
You're not a comic.
You're not a
Imagine-
comic. You're
imagine
not
it's
even
like
funny.
You're not a comic, dude.
Imagine what it's like for you if it's tough for a comedian.
Damn.
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 Jeez.
All right, who wants to kick off another one?
I'll go real quick.
Oh
No,
man.
you can chime in because you guys have also played this. The demo for Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, that's out.
Yes.
I did play that.
It's releasing tomorrow, I believe.
Oh,
so.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
What about
so the demo is
tomorrow?
available now if you wanted to give it a shot. I highly recommend it. It's fun, dude.
It's good.
It's really good.
It's good.
Very
How's the
polished.
fighting?
Fighting and it's good.
Fighting
Smooth.
is tight,
Smooth.
but you have to get used to the timing. You'll get
It's-
used to this timing.
I
The
was used to
parry.
it right away because of the parry system. Reminded me of Blasphemous, which is what you have to know, and you have to master that
Yeah.
to get good at the game. So after playing Blasphemous, it's like this was nothing. I was like, oh, this.
Well, you do feel like you're connected. While you're fighting, you feel like, okay, I can do these combos.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like you don't mess up.
Yeah.
Right away, basically.
What's that?
Right,
Right
away,
away.
basically. You feel like
Oh
you're
yeah,
already in
yeah,
the
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
They just throw you right into the action.
He
man.
has an air dash already, which
Yeah.
was awesome. I was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
oh wow, I'm like this is nuts. And popping people up is It's,
Nah, I'm
it's-
waiting for him to lose all his powers.
He has a down.
That's how it usually goes in the beginning.
Yeah, he
Can I
has
ask
a
you
down
guys something
attack.
though, man? How'd you guys feel about Prince of Persia 2008? That's my favorite one.
I didn't play that one.
Which one was?
Which
2000?
one?
That's
That
the
was
one
the-
where
that
there's
was
no real attacks or anything.
That was
It's the one with
that
them
was-
and the princess when they're going around together. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, the one where you can't.
That's my least
technically
favorite.
Can't die.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
my
the
least
cell shaded
favorite.
one, right?
Yeah.
Cell shade, right?
That looked.
Al
weird.
played that one.
I
That's
played
my
that
least
too.
favorite. It's my least
And it's
favorite.
not. And it's not an actual prince. It's just a thief.
Yeah.
All right.
And
The
he's
Thief of Persia.
he's
Thief of
red.
Persia.
He's wearing like a red and blue outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
no, I played that one. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
That was good.
But I feel like the story didn't end.
I mean,
Unless there was
The
deals.
story didn't
Unless there
end.
was
well, when you
DLC
can't
that I
die,
didn't
it's
get.
kind of like it's just. It basically was just it was a puzzle game,
Mhm.
which is weird because I would be like, yeah, I'm all about it, but you
It
couldn't
wasn't
die.
Sands
so-
of Time, though. Sands of Time was amazing.
Yeah, that's what got it. The action in it was like,
But that was like 30
Really
years
wanted-
ago.
Yeah.
Right? Sands of Time was how long?
Sands
ago?
was a long time ago.
Oh my
Jeez,
god!
shit.
Don't even say it out loud.
That was my favorite one.
Wow.
Was
I was
Sands
gonna
of Time.
say.
Yeah.
But Forgotten Sword. What is it? The Lost Crown. I was
The
gonna
Lost
say
Crown.
Forgotten
Lost Crown.
Sword.
Forgotten
I'm
Sword.
like, that sounds like a different game.
I was like, wait, what game is that?
I'm happy. Listen, Ubisoft, I'm not a fan of their games usually that they bring out now,
This is polished.
but I like this one. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think this was the Rayman team, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, it
why.
was. It was
Yeah,
Rayman.
same people that did. Yeah.
I
That's
was.
why. That's the last Ubisoft game I actually enjoyed.
Yeah, this reminded me a little bit of the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games, the 2D
2D
games.
one.
And
Similar.
and that was like mixed reviews. Some people liked them. I thought they were really good, and I thought they adapted Assassin's Creed really well, especially those who wanted the stealth to come back. They're stealth oriented 2D games, but they're more linear. This was like a Metroidvania, so I'm like, I felt some of the DNA in there a little bit. It was polished, it was smooth, and it was running 60 frames in portable mode on the Switch. So I gotta give a lot of credit for that.
I like the fact that I could pull off parries
Yeah.
into a combo already, like right away.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually the hardest thing. I mean, you got to learn the characters and how they attack,
Yeah,
but I like it so far.
Very
was good.
polished, man.
and the
But
demo
it's funny, a lot of people are saying they don't want to buy it for, what is it? It's $50?
Mhm.
$49.99. You
Yeah,
save a
50
penny.
bucks.
It's
And
a
they're
penny
saying,
less.
they're saying it's too expensive for a 2D game. And then they're like, but you paid $60 for Metroid. Metroid Dread. And they're like, yeah, but that's Metroid. And I'm like, but
Yeah,
then
but
like
that's
people saying
Metroid.
this is better than Metroid Dread. And they're like, yeah, but that's still Nintendo. I'm like, oh, I'm done listening to you.
To play devil's advocate, I felt that $59.99 was a lot for Metroid Dread, despite how stellar of a game that is.
But
you know?
people say that they don't mind because it's Metroid.
Mhm.
But I mean,
You know what's crazy? We used to pay $60 for a 10-hour game
oh yeah,
without batting an eye.
$64.99.
Now it's like,
What,
Yeah.
it's funny. Prince of Persia is just established as this Metroid, so people. I mean, actually, Prince of Persia has been out longer than Metroid has.
Yeah.
the whole series, so
Yeah. PC.
people should be like, I don't know, man.
That's true.
I think it's worth it.
$60 for a 2D. Let me stop.
It's great. I
Nah,
think
it's
it's like, for my backlog, I'm gonna wait till that comes down in price. $49.99. It's not like it's not worth it. I'm sure if the game is like, if the game's $12, $15, I'm
I
sure
just
it's
had
fine.
when you get older and You're
It's just not as
working.
good.
Right.
in
You don't
the
have
game
that-
anymore.
No, when
You don't
Yeah.
have that much disposable income as you used to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why when you look in the eShop, I'm like, you can knock that
It's
down.
not
to-
$3.
You can knock that down a couple of dollars. You can knock
Well,
that down a couple
I'll
of
tell you,
dollars.
the price isn't really my big thing about the game. I'll tell you what I don't like about it.
You don't like something about the game?
The online component that Ubisoft throws into their games that you have to be a member of their service.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
That's
if you're going to
annoying.
play it on the computer, you got to play
Yeah.
it through a Ubisoft.
Ubisoft Connect.
Yeah, I
Ubisoft
don't
Connect.
like that integration.
Yeah.
That's why they're like, oh, we're going to take away your games that you downloaded. I'm like, I'm not logging back in. I'm sorry. You
Mhm.
can take whatever Assassin's Creed I got for free in there.
I just
It's fine.
I just hate that they have their own launcher too, man.
That's
So
there's
it's
no
like,
need for it.
I don't know why they like just go to Steam.
Go to Game
go to-
Pass, go to Steam.
Yeah,
Just,
man,
who
it should be
cares
available
about
to
that?
everyone.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care about your points.
Yeah,
Epic's got that. Ubisoft. Who's another one? Another one they make you go into their own
There's
thing.
a bunch,
thing.
but
There's a
that's
bunch.
but no one's more annoying
Yeah.
than EA.
Ubisoft.
No, there's EA and Ubisoft. I
Yeah.
don't log into them. I
Yeah,
don't care if
Epic.
I got the password. I'm not logging back in.
yeah, man.
So,
the
yeah,
only
that's what
ones
got
that
me
do.
irked about that game. That's it.
Tell them why you mad, man. Tell them why you mad.
All right, well, listen, there's another thing.
And that doesn't ruin the game though. It's just
No, I know. I saw
It's
it.
just
in the-
annoying.
I saw it in the thing when I was exiting. I was like, nah.
it's just annoying, man. It's just annoying.
Mm.
I always forget my password for that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what's
And
my
they're like,
Ubisoft
you gotta
password? Damn.
Verify your password now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. I went for your email. Didn't send another email. What's going on? So yeah, that's why it sucks. That's why it sucks. Chuck, what you?
Well, on Fighter Fridays, I played the game that I apparently retired Media Glitch from.
Oh, no.
Played some clean Street Fighter 6, and I was doing well. I was playing some ranked matches against some random people,
Chalk was Ryu. Oh, you haven't played Ryu in a hot minute.
and
Nice, dude.
and I was winning till the people showed up.
Tell the people.
Let me guess, Riken showed up.
Riken showed
Oh,
up.
I was about to
okay.
say,
The
sounds
people
like
that-
Riken, the
not,
person.
not Cirque showed up.
Oh, not certain. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he could.
Oh, not
Hyper
Cirque.
Slap showed up.
Oh, jeez.
Oh damn.
Savages.
Oh, they're like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you're having too much fun. You have too much
Yeah,
fun.
no, that's exactly what they said. That's exactly what they said. They were like, "Oh, you think you're good at the game?"
They're like, stop smiling.
No,
yeah, stop
No, you're
enjoying your
not.
Take
stream.
the
Stop
smile right
having
off your
fun.
Take the smile right off your face.
that's exactly what they did.
Yes.
They beat my ass.
Heathens.
Oh my god.
I
Like,
felt.
Well, Chaco,
savages.
in your defense, man, when I played you that one time, man, you improved a lot. I was actually impressed. So
Okay.
I mean,
you know, it's just a matter of it's just a matter of adapting usually. And that's why I like people who like adapt and then kind of like move forward from it and everything. So when I fought you the first couple of times, it's kind of even. I think I got maybe I can't remember, but I remember the last
Yeah, I
time we
think we
fought, like you
split.
really improved with Ken, and he made me pumped up to play the game even more because I
Yeah,
got
man.
beat like that. So good job, like elevating your game because a lot of people who play Street Fighter 6 don't do it. They just do the same moves over and over again, and they get mad at you when you keep countering them. It's like, dude, come on, you got to switch it up. You got to put me on my heels. But,
Yeah, yeah.
because the one of the characters I like the most is Manon, and everybody thought she was like the top tier character at first. So because I realized she's a grabbing character, she's like kind of like bottom, maybe mid tier. She's difficult to use against some tough people. So it's just all about just like kind of adapting and advancing your game, because if you don't do it, you do the same moves that you think work in Street Fighter 4 or some other games, you're gonna get beat up. And that's
Exactly.
just how it is.
But Manon is a really. I feel like she's a good character. Like once you get all those medals, it's go time.
Her thing with her is, of course, if you get people with her grabs and do the damage with those, that's great. But really, what I use it for is her pokes, because you keep people off you that are advancing too much, and that helps
Yeah.
out a lot. She's got some of the best pokes in the game.
Mm.
And that's like no
Look.
MySpace involved. Remember that they had the poke.
What?
Oh yeah, I remember that they poked you. Wow.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. CGB Riken is in the chat. He was waiting for Stikz and Turbo to come back.
I apologize. I was on vacation.
From the game.
No, I was on vacation from the game. So next Street Fighter 6, I'm gonna be back in full force.
I played
Not the
it.
guys from freaking House Party, but I'm gonna be back full
Oh,
force,
man.
ready to fight any challenger who steps into that custom arena that Big Choco makes. Believe that.
I played it last week. I got my costume
Which costume?
for
Cammy?
what's her name? No, well I got her costume too. but I didn't
Oh,
play it
for
too.
Kimberly.
For Kimberly, yes, with the blue hair. Well,
Nice.
with the
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, yo, those some of those new costumes are fire.
Not Ken's.
Like I love Zangief's new costume.
with the
That
what,
suit?
He was
The
in a
suit
That
with the
looks
tie.
fire, bro.
I'm not at the level I should be right now, so I haven't jumped back online. I'm just playing casually right now. Listen, I saw the finals. I saw the finals, dude. Have you seen how they play in the finals?
Not like
Holy
like
shit.
I feel like at that high level they've mastered all of the basic mechanics of the game, so they'll burn out their what the hell's the name of that?
That meter,
the impact bar,
the drive rush.
yeah, they'll burn it out and they'll just
Dude, I saw the best player in the game get thrown 12 times in a row to a perfect.
Whoa.
Because they figured out how to move back and forth. And it was like a perfectly timed match 12 times.
Wow.
Yo,
That was the best player in the game who couldn't hit this guy off. He just threw.
It's
yeah. If you're not teching those throws, bro.
I mean, it's not gonna happen. That's the one time it did happen. It's not gonna happen ever again. But that was crazy that was recorded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I seen the showdown at the end was crazy.
Not impressed.
Wow. Cut his mic.
Cut his mic. I'm not impressed.
But it's a totally different game at that level.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, Cag said Tekken is next week. Oh yeah,
God.
Tekken will be featured on Fighter Fridays next Friday.
I pre-ordered that.
Tekken. I don't have a $70 for that right now.
Will Tekken get its own Friday? Will Tekken get its own
I'll be joining in on that.
It's gonna be Tekken Tuesdays.
Oh,
You guys played the demo for it?
I'm
8?
joking.
Yeah, I played the demo. That game.
That's
I
pretty,
can't wait.
pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
I see if you get hit once, you get hit 18 times. So I'm not gonna.
You get juggled to
Nah,
death.
that happens in every fighting game.
Yeah, you
though.
just have to know how to block and dodge, man.
In Tekken, especially.
Yeah.
I'll play the
Well, they
game
got
when they call it.
reversals.
When they call the game Tech Ryu, I'll start playing the game. But Tekken, not right now.
Yeah, bizarre.
Tekken.
Eddie. A lot of people are concerned. They were just like, everyone saw the Eddie reveal, the Eddie Gordo reveal, and they were like, ew.
They didn't like him? Really?
I think he looks cool, but I was watching another streamer that goes by the name of Lotus Asakura, and he made an excellent point. Like, they gave every black character the comb over dreads. Recently, like last year, every black character got comb over dreads.
Well, it's better than the Caesar.
That-
or the Afro.
But did they all have to get the comb over dreads?
Yeah, but
though?
they all got the comb over
over
dread. You
I'm
know
sure
what I mean?
he
Like,
could pick his regular dreads.
it's
They didn't get rid of his regular dreads.
yeah, I'm sure you can
It's in
edit
the
it,
game.
but it's like
It's fine.
but like it's just
Like
weird
DJ,
that
at
all the
least.
developers had
It's
that same idea. They were just like,
It's better than
no,
them. It's better than them
comb
all
over
getting,
dreads are in.
It's better than them getting all big lips. I'll take
This is the
dreads.
channel, right, Chalk?
Yeah,
You've seen Japanese.
yeah.
You've seen Japanese black people.
That's it.
And all those.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's-
fine. That's fine. Whatever.
no, I think it looks cool. I
But
mean,
he doesn't look like Eddie Gordo.
That's the thing. It doesn't, but
That's a new character.
it's kind of
I was
weird.
gonna say, who's that?
That's a completely new
I
character.
personally like the comb over dreads because I can't grow them myself. So I think it's cool.
I mean, it's a different style of dreads. He
That
had
shit looks
dreads.
more like me.
But like,
Nope.
but like, I don't know. I don't know.
Look, what they should have brought back is the announcer from Tekken 3. That announcer was one of the best announcers in the series, and they
That's
don't
why
give
you
him
guys
enough
love
credit.
that game.
Because of the announcer.
The announcer.
Maybe
Ah.
better than
The King of
Alpha
Iron Fist
series.
tournament entered the Tekken. Like, that was, man, when you heard those words, it's like, yes, this is it.
The Tekken.
But
Nah.
Tech Ryu.
so far the roster for the game, the base roster looks pretty good. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
impressed with what they gave us. You
I'm
know,
excited.
what do you? I mean, I only use Eddie Gordo in Tekken 3. You know, like, I thought that was like the best version of him. You know, Tekken 4, he's a
Oh,
character
super cheap,
swap.
though. He's super cheap.
He
Super
is,
cheap.
he is, but you can get around it if you know how. You just gotta sidestep him and everything. But
Yeah, I fought an Eddie Gordo in Tekken 7. I think I was using.
how'd you do?
I beat him eventually.
I saw
Excellent.
finals from 1998 the other day, and Eddie was one of the characters they used, and instant win. I was like, dude, he was cheap as hell. And those are like top level players, and they're like, I can't touch Eddie.
Who you guys like better, Eddie or Tiger?
I use who's Tiger? I use King.
No,
use
he's
Warang.
the Eddie Gordo's character swap.
Oh, so I never
Just
used
go,
that guy.
just go, dude. Y'all don't remember him in Tekken
Yo.
Tag? And
I
Tekken
never
3?
used him.
I never used that guy.
Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
I use Warang. I use Steve. I use Jin sometimes.
Steve Fox is one of my favorites, definitely in Tekken 4.
Steve,
Steve Fox is.
My
Steve
guy was
is
Paul.
ill in Tekken 7, bro.
My guy was Paul.
God.
But they changed
Is
his
he?
hair.
Why they changed Paul's
Yeah,
hair?
I
I'm
don't
sure
like
you
Paul's
can pick his old
hairstyle.
hair too. I gotta get used to that.
Yeah.
Well, you could go to the old hairstyle, which is good
Which
because
is
the new one does
awful.
look kind of.
It should be. That's the
terrible.
worst.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he stopped using the hairspray.
Terrible,
He
man.
That's
got-
the worst hair.
That
got-
should be the way
It's
to
like a
go when
Ken
you-
parody.
He got the Backstreet Boys like.
Oh no, it's terrible.
No, dude.
But I was used to.
Nonsense.
I wasn't used to his long ass hair though.
Super high top.
Yeah, it's like, what is this?
What is that?
And it
He
has
should've-
to be like
He should
plastic.
have got the
looking.
braids.
Polygon
What?
plastic.
He should
shiny.
have got the braids that Eddie has.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, seriously, they should have gave that to him.
No.
Hold on a
No,
second.
Do you guys have a favorite character in the series that you kind of always use throughout the games?
Paul,
Yes.
the same way
Oh, you said pause.
Pause.
I thought you said pause. I'm like, pause for what?
for using a guy. The same way.
Oh, okay.
My
All
favorite
right.
Oh,
Same
he's
way.
in every Tekken game.
I would say
No.
Hwoarang.
I use the
I'm
same
mad
way.
Hwoarang.
basic. I'm mad basic. I like Hwoarang.
I use Paul.
No,
the same
he's good.
way-
He's
the same
fun to
way I did-
use.
Same way I did in part 1. I use him the same way throughout the whole series.
I use Brian Fury.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's my
Brian
favorite.
Fury. Yep.
My favorite.
He's
guy.
not in the
Same.
game. He's not in the new one yet.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
He's
Yeah,
in-
he is.
yeah.
Brian Fury.
Brian is in the new one?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's
in
got.
the-
Yeah, they showed him like his
trailer.
rivalry with Yoshimitsu.
Dude, did you even watch the trailer?
He was
Yeah.
in the
I
trailer
don't
with
use- I
the
don't use Brian.
Gatling gun shooting like a maniac. Like,
I think he's in the. I think he's in the story trailer if he doesn't have his own trailer. But
I didn't.
Yeah, he's been
I
announced.
thought he wasn't.
If they make another Tekken movie, Dave
They don't.
Bautista. Has
Oh,
to play.
Lordy, Lordy,
God.
Lord.
Oh, God.
Not no live action movie.
He's
That's
like
like
80 years old.
Yeah.
Batista's like
dude.
60 something right now.
So
He
They
shrunk.
used a dude from Mortal Kombat for Hihachi. I forgot his name, man. He was in this. Yeah, it was bad, horrible movie, man. Like it's like one of those torture movies. If you
saw
hey, watch this good movie, and you lying to the person. Obviously, it's a horrible movie.
that live
It's like,
action
dude.
Tekken that came out was bad.
I didn't mind it.
That's it's horrible. It's
I
one of the
didn't mind
worst
it.
movies.
I
Of
saw
all
that,
time.
and I saw that and
I
Dead or
mean-
Alive the same day.
You saw what?
That and Dead or Alive the same day. So I was like, all right.
And you saw it like the same day. Watched them all the way
You saw,
through.
wait, you saw
Yes,
Tekken?
yes, yes. I watched the same day. I
You
was
saw
like,
the
I gotta get
live
to it.
action Tekken movie and Dead or Alive in the same day.
Yeah, yeah.
Why
yeah,
would you
yeah.
do that to yourself?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a mood, man.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
looking
mood.
at the difference.
I saw seeing Kevin Nash in the Dead or Alive movie was funny because I know he's obviously just there just to get a check and everything like that. But it's just the acting, man, is just so it's
You don't watch those for the
it's
action.
something else.
Nah.
We don't, but it's like you feel like these characters, these people are like true actors. They don't want to be in this movie, but they're trying to get a paycheck. You know what I mean? So these guys, some people will sell out for whatever just to get a paycheck.
Yo,
you
I
know,
just
like,
noticed
it's a horrible
something.
movie.
I just noticed something.
You ain't the first.
Eddie Gordo looks like the Prince of Persia, the new Prince of Persia main character.
That's the whole issue.
Hold on a second. Here, let me
And-
pull this up
and
for you guys to
Miles.
see. This is the Prince
Dang.
of Persia right here, right? And this is Eddie Gordo. It's like,
Nah, he's
it's
got
like the
blonde.
same hairstyle,
He's
man.
got blonde hair though.
So, but
Same
you
hairstyle.
see, you see why people are getting
Wow.
upset.
Same
No, because
hairstyle,
they
dude.
They want to have controversy.
Yeah,
That's
Look
what
at
it is.
that.
'Cause he's like, oh, this is.
Same
He looks
hairstyle.
like Miles Morales. He looks like this. And I was like,
But
I
they
was
all
like-
have the same hair.
at
You know
some
what I mean?
point,
So,
at some point,
At some point.
because they can do that.
Yeah.
and not for nothing, like
Because Miles has a regular season sometimes. They don't care. When he has the
yeah.
braids, oh, he looks the same as I. Shut up. He can
Yo,
change him.
damn.
He's
has
got
a
to do different
mask.
hairstyle.
He
You
has
know?
a mask.
Peter Parker has the crew
So
cut.
yeah,
How
what
many?
else did I play? Oh, I played Halo Infinite.
Of course.
Oh
nice,
yes,
nice.
keep it alive.
That hasn't
Yeah,
been
man.
canceled?
It has some.
Nah.
Yeah, we'll talk
I was
about that.
playing online
We'll
against,
talk
The servers are still up?
against yo, shut up, man.
Servers are
Yo, it's
still.
a good game, bro.
It is a good game.
Halo
We got that
1,
grappling
We gotta
hook.
finish that campaign.
Yes, we do.
We gotta finish
Campaign,
that.
champagne.
How
Yeah,
long is
dude.
it gonna take?
So initially, it's
Right.
not Halo 6. It's just Halo is Infinite is his own thing.
It's technically 6, but
No,
they
it's
just
They're not gonna call it
They
6.
just stopped
When
counting.
you name games a number, you got to make sure it's top of the line, like all the way, like perfect for the series. Because if you name a game like if you give a game like no number or whatever like that, or a number or whatever like that, if it's not top of the line, it'll get clowned. Like if they call Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Marvel vs. Capcom 4, that would have been the worst thing ever. Thank goodness they didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
nah, dude,
That's
they
true.
clowned it either way. It was gonna get clowned either
They
way.
should name
Yeah, but they
anything.
can
Yeah.
erase it though and just say 4.
It's like it
And then-
never happened.
Yeah, it'll go
Like
right
it
away.
never happened.
It'll go away. Just call it 4. The next
Let's
iteration.
call it free.
It's called free.
Nah.
People will accept it.
Yo,
Halo free.
Halo
Halo free.
Halo free.
Halo 3.
There's
Live
something
service.
wrong with Halo.
Live
Halo's-
service Halo.
Halo's
Live
actually a
service.
good
Halo
game.
free.
Half of it was free, so whatever.
Halo is
Jeez.
actually a good game.
That's true. Half of it was free, so you know.
All
That's
right,
true.
what'd you play?
All right, I'll go quick, not to go crazy.
what she
I
said.
beat Tears of the Kingdom, just to throw that out there. It's big.
Hey!
It's done.
So we never have to hear it again.
Right on.
Actually,
Yes.
315. I thought it was 325. It was only 300.
315 hours.
All 152 shrines beaten. All of them are
I
gone.
hope it had a hell of an ending.
Did that unlock Ganon?
It would be cool
Watch
if it
it.
did.
No, there was
I do
no
have
ending.
his outfit from Ocarina of Time that I sometimes wear around.
No.
Pause.
Did you wear
but,
Majora's Mask?
What?
Did you find Majora's
I
Mask?
did, and it helps me find. What does it do? Majora's Mask is in there. You can wear it.
it was a joke, and he's like,
No, it's actually in there. No, I have. Yeah, I got that in the Coliseum. I think I destroyed a bunch of Lionels. I think it was. You get that? But
Lionel?
no,
Lionel Richie.
the ending, the build up to the ending, the boss fight. Oh no, it was
Trash.
amazing. No, it was amazing. Breath of the Wilds was great. Breath of the Wilds was great. But
The ending.
they topped it. The ending and everything. Yeah,
Perfect.
I thought it was
Best Zelda game ever made.
Yeah, my favorite. Yeah, definitely. That deserves its 10. That deserves its 10, definitely. We'll still Breath of the Wild, but it's better than that. Kills it. But enough about Tears of the Kingdom. Other than that, I played the Prince of Persia demo. You guys already
Prince of Virgins.
Prince of Virgins demo. You know.
It's a person.
Wow.
Every time he was around women, he was nervous. I'm
He
like,
said, "Oh my God!"
Wow.
No,
He had a queen.
yeah, Kirby Forgotten in the Forgotten Land. I blame that on my daughter. It is the only game I played a bunch of games with her. I tried Super
she likes
Mario.
this?
She loves this game.
Wow.
I had the demo. She replayed. She wanted to replay every stage after she beat it. I was just like, "What? You want to do this again?" She's like,
That's it.
"Yes, I want to do it again."
Clicked.
Oh, she's hooked on the
And
game.
this was
now.
on vacation. She was killing the demo. She kept playing it over and over. And it was 2 players. So I was like, okay, I was playing with her. I'm like, this game is, I don't like Kirby games, right? But this game is not bad. It's
like a Mario
actually.
It
It was
Yeah.
the only one that I saw that looked very intriguing. 'Cause
It's
it
like-
looked very good.
It's
It
like,
looked better than Odyssey, but people love Odyssey way more.
no, it plays like it reminds me of Super Mario 3D World
Yeah, it
a
doesn't-
bit. It's just like, it's not open world, but
Yeah.
the stages are 3D and it's linear. It's linear stages.
Yeah.
Because I tried her on Disney Illusion Island, and I tried her on Mario Wonder, and she's having a problem with doing precision jumps.
Yeah.
You know, when you have to jump at a certain height and hold down the button and let it go. She likes to press buttons. She doesn't like to hold them down all the time. So Kirby's more forgiving because you fly. You're flying in the air, and you keep pressing it, and she likes that. And
They're
she,
not tough games either, man. They're
No,
pretty-
Kirby's are easy, and
They're baby games.
they're made for kids. You know?
This one
it's
look-
made
this one looks good
specifically.
though. I did like what this looked like. I never
Is-
got to play it though.
This is
I
actually
played
good.
a little bit of it. It's odd because you want to play it like Mario, like a 3D Mario, but it doesn't play like it at all.
It's different.
Look at that.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
these stupid things that you're doing. She loves being in the car and controlling the car. I didn't think she was able. I didn't know what she was going to be able to do, but she loves it, and she's good at it. She's actually good at the game. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Nintendo
There
knows
you
what
go.
they're doing when they make a kid's game.
There you go.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know Kirby would be more accessible than freaking Mario. Who
At
would
least he
have
wasn't Yarn.
thought?
When
Yarn,
Kirby was Yarn.
the
Yeah.
epic yarn. That wasn't bad, right? Then we played that for a little bit.
I think that was
It
probably.
was an okay game.
Yeah, it was okay, right? The yarn.
It's a baby game.
It's usually too easy.
3DS?
Kirby games are usually too easy. That's
was
the
for the
criticism
Wii.
they get.
But Kirby has.
Well, they're just meant to be fun, so everybody could get in. It's a good introduction into video games. Like just
Yes.
a fun game to play. Boom.
I
Kirby.
think Kirby's for it. It's a good introduction for kids to get into games.
He's so fun to kill in Smash Brothers.
He is.
I love
He's
killing
the main
Kirby.
guy.
Wow.
He's
I
the
love
main
killing
guy
him.
in
That
Smash
little
Brothers.
pink puff you stab him in the
He
face.
saved the planet.
I know. He saved the planet when you kill him.
He saved Link.
saved the
Your
planet.
boy Link.
Say the plant was. But other than that, War Group 2, I had to go back into that since Tears is gone. I was just diving back into a bunch
Of all the games to jump back into after Tears.
Nah, man, and this is good.
It's
They
a
got
good
some
thing you
new.
tried Elden Ring.
I
About
see
time.
no threat to my commander.
No co-op, man.
For the new year.
Not yet.
That's what stopped me from playing it.
The
I
game you
see
had
no
to
threat
play.
to my commander.
The game you had to play last year is a good thing.
Jay, I'm
this
gonna
year.
play Elden Ring. I have to because I want to see how it measures up to the best open world game ever made, Tears of the Kingdom. I have to see how it measures up to Tears of the
You
Kingdom.
have no Legos. In this,
And I know why they call it Tears of the Kingdom, because when you beat the game, you
You're so
freaking
happy.
start crying. You start crying tears of joy when you beat Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, this is what it is.
Thank
Jesus.
Yeah, it's true. Exactly. It's
There
just,
you go.
It's just like that. I shed tears in my kingdom.
All right, Jay, what
Is
do
that
you
all you played? Good.
That's
Jeez.
awesome,
I already said I played.
You said nothing about the game at all.
No, he just said a
You said
horrible
nothing-
long joke and
said
said nothing
nothing
about the
about
game.
Well, we don't hear about
You
it.
said nothing
Yeah.
about War Group 2.
No, he just said I play War Group 2. Tears of the
No, it's
Kingdom.
great.
It went from
War Group 2 is great. It's going great. I like the separate campaigns. I'll talk about more later.
I see no threat to my commander.
Yeah,
I already said I played Prince of Persia, and I played Street Fighter 6. That's about all this week.
Right.
There's other things I got to get to. I played a little bit of a bunch of stuff, but you don't have to get all into it.
I got around to playing nothing.
You played something today?
I played Eldest Souls, and that was a bad idea. Not because the game is bad. It's just you can't just jump back into a game that's just boss fights. These bosses are difficult. I at least lost 30 times before we went on.
Well, you gotta be locked in.
Like, dude,
30
You
times.
can't be talking
Gotta be
about
ready to go.
dude, that's some. No, the game is some Fury shit.
You gotta have the sound on. Like, you can't.
You know what?
miss
I
it.
gotta be on a gummy. So I got.
You gotta
Oh,
stop.
wow.
You sound like an addict every week.
It relaxes the mind, man.
Listen, you saw what happened to Lil Wayne and all them with the lean.
Well, what talking about? Comparing a gummy to scissor?
Yeah, man.
My man did all kinds of drugs.
That's where it starts.
Lil Wayne.
There's nothing wrong. Give me another beer.
Oh dear. Oh man.
Nothing wrong at all.
Hey. Stop.
We locked it up.
No, but yeah, that's all I've played. It's so hard to get around to playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's so many. I need time, and I don't have time.
Man, that was such a good experience too, and
It's
I'm
amazing,
glad I
man.
did have time to play it. You will get time eventually. Obviously it's not going anywhere. But still, like when you do get time to play that game, it's going to really pull you in, especially if you're a fan of the original one, because they do so much stuff better than that game. But you know what's weird though? You played the original Final Fantasy VII, right?
Well, see, that's the thing, Reggie. I'm not even like a Final Fantasy guy, really. Like, I never played Final Fantasy VII, the original.
Oh,
I've
really?
I've seen a lot of it, and I know Sephiroth, Cloud, Tifa,
Right.
and all the characters. I'm more of a Phantasy Star guy from Sega.
Oh,
However,
okay.
I did mess with Final Fantasy VI, aka Final Fantasy III, for the Super Nintendo, and I fucking love that game to death. But I never really was intrigued about Final Fantasy VII, but everyone, swears that it's incredible and stuff like that. So I said, yeah, I'll play it. And I played 2 hours, and I thought it was cool. I liked it. I did like the first 2 hours of the game. But to play a role-playing game and get locked into that hooking point,
You need at least 4 hours.
I need more time than just 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, especially for a game like that.
The remake will do it to you. You'll find that point.
Yeah.
You'll find
You,
that
you
point.
will. And also, just to its credit, Final Fantasy VI I consider to be the best Final Fantasy game ever.
Ooh.
So
I
you
love
already
that.
played the best game in the
I
series.
love that.
Story wise,
two.
I
That's
mean,
my
I
favorite.
would suggest you eventually play 9 as well, because that's like a love letter to 6.
I never played
Oh,
that.
really? I
but-
never played 9 either. Oh, really?
My dude had
7
a
was
tail.
more of
He had a
his
tail.
first time. Yeah, 7 was more of the first time they went to a fantasy thing and everything, like a futuristic type
Sci-fi,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't know if that's a good way to say it. It was just
Steampunk.
more.
It was
Wasn't-
sci-fi. It was a sci-fi.
Steampunk is probably a better way to put it with Midgard the way it was.
I wasn't
so.
too intrigued about Final Fantasy VII was probably the last one I was actually a little intrigued over. The other new ones I wasn't intrigued because I didn't like their character designs. I didn't like AC Slater being the main character. I didn't like the dude with his arm in his sling. I didn't like the boy band in the car driving around everywhere. I didn't like that. I didn't
That's
like
all I
it.
remember about the other day driving
Yeah,
around.
yeah. I
It
didn't,
was a prince and his royal guard, bro. Like,
It's
what
the
the
most
fuck?
relaxing Final Fantasy out there, man. They were just chilling
Yeah,
in
I
that game.
just
Well, let's go
didn't-
fight this monster real
I
fast.
didn't get the
We'll drive
Final
here.
Fantasy vibe from them, so I was like, all right, I'm not intrigued by this
They were
shit.
dope.
Wow.
They were dope. They were
Wow.
I do want to
Well,
play them, though. Yeah. that's-
Originally, that game was Final Fantasy at 13 versus.
dope.
Then they gave it to 15. You guys remember that
It was
development?
darker.
and went
It
through.
was darker back in the versus days.
And who was the
Yeah, it was.
Who was the other the Cloud lookalike in Final Fantasy 15? Who looked like you took everything cool from Cloud, stripped him down, and made him a character? I didn't like that.
Well,
I like the way he
Cloud
looked.
didn't have a character.
He looked
Cloud,
corny and
Cloud didn't have a character before
Oversimplifying,
remake.
He just looked
bro.
corny.
But anyways,
It was
moving
just-
on.
It was just recycled. I was like, where's the creativity?
Garbage.
But that's all I'm playing. That's all.
Lightning was Cloud.
Lightning was
For
Well,
somebody
Eric-
that didn't play anything, you have a lot to say. man.
Character design, man.
Damn,
I'm
man.
a character design guy, man. I was just like, eh.
You didn't like the
Well-
gun swords of Squall.
All right,
man?
all right.
Well,
get to
well
the-
just real fast. I just want to ask Eric this. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think Eric should play the original Final Fantasy VII first before he
No.
plays the remake?
No,
Nah,
no,
No? Okay.
he wasn't there.
I say play the remake first. If he enjoys it and is interested and wants to know more of how the original is.
Play the
Then
second.
Go
you
back
can
into it.
Play the
Oh,
second. one.
matter of fact, just watch a video on it. Somebody's done some documentary on it. That'll save you some time.
There
Not
you
a
go.
Spoilers, spoilers.
Boom.
no.
You feel like you beat it. Yeah, spoilers. All that good
I
stuff.
rattled a few cages in the chat.
Great. All right, we're moving on to.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
We're gonna move on into discuss.
Oh, we got a special time.
We're gonna discuss the indie game of the week.
In the game of the week.
Snap. What could it be?
Oh yes.
It's Reggie. No.
Reggie's the indie game.
Indie game of the week is
Oh.
Curse of the Sea Rats.
Curse of the Sea Rats.
Nice.
Tactical.
It's
All right, y'all.
It's a damn shame. It's a very damn shame that we've only played this one time on the channel.
And there's not too many 4-player co-op Metrovania games.
Metrovania?
Metrovania.
He was thinking of Retro and Metroid. And he came out with
Metrovania.
Metro.
Wow.
Metroidvania.
Should be Retrovania.
Should be Metroidvania. Yeah, right. Metroidvania is kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, I think the only other one was like what Disney Illusion Island, but that was
There's a couple of 4-player ones.
that were really which
But
one?
nothing looks like this quality though.
This was great, and it's and I like the update they did. They made the game a little bit tighter too. When we first played it, the something was off with
The
jump.
hitboxes.
Yeah, the hitboxes were off, and so was I think the jump. But then they had the update and they fixed everything.
Oh wow, it got a physical release and it's on the cheap.
Oh yeah.
It's $14 on Switch, $20 on PS4.
Oh, that's definitely a steal.
Damn.
Reggie putting in
Is
the
it worth
order
it?
right
Reggie
now.
just
Oh, yeah,
got himself a new
exactly.
video right there.
Do you have people?
Is it worth it,
Can
man?
you
I
play
don't
it
know.
with people?
I think it's
If
if you have.
you could play multiplayer,
Yeah.
it's worth it definitely.
I think it's only local co-op though. Yeah, this game's only
Yeah.
local co-op, but it's great.
Reggie gonna
local
put up a video
co-op.
saying I couldn't go online. I didn't like it.
Well, PlayStation does have that share play, so you can kind of play online with somebody.
Oh, can you?
But watch out for
Yeah.
Joe because he's not good with jumps.
Damn.
I've seen him lately playing Mega Man 11 and the ease games that he supposedly
Man.
has beaten, but he keeps dying in them. So I'm not. It's not
The timing's
proven that he beats
off, man. But Joel,
Damn.
he'll usually adapt pretty well. Not in the Mega Man one. He didn't adapt fast enough. man.
Usually takes him
But
3
wow.
hours into the stream to adapt to the same jump.
It's all about the momentum sometimes, because when you're doing a live stream, you got that, the audience is watching, so you got that little tension and everything like
Little
that.
nervousness.
But I assure you, if he was playing offline, like he would have did it perfectly, probably. But when you have an audience watching you, man, sometimes you get nervous. And
Oh no, I learned that playing Dead Space. I was screaming like a bitch every 5
Oh.
seconds. I said, I ain't streaming this again.
you remember that time I was playing Evil Within years ago?
Oh,
And
yes,
you caught
yes.
me. I was getting, I was getting so mad.
You were dying a lot. I was like,
I
God.
was playing the
damn.
DLC.
Oh yes,
with the
yes,
girl.
yes. Yeah.
Dude, the graphics in
No
this
thanks.
remind me of the remake of DuckTales.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful game.
Like it looks like a legit cartoon.
And it's a legit beat 'em up.
It's not really a.
hack and slash side scrolling.
Would you say?
Right, Leslie?
It doesn't have like
It's like a
real.
platform
It's
hack
not
and
really
slash, like,
heavy
it's a Metroidvania.
combos.
It's a
but
Metroidvania.
Yeah.
You have
Metroidvania.
you get skill points. You can get techniques and shit like that. So I guess it's like
and they're upgradable also. So it's like it's.
I would say it's a beat 'em up.
It looks like it reminds me of Golden Force a little bit, but it's not pixelated though. But still, that's cool.
Kak said he got Mayhem Brawler because of us.
Ah.
It's a good
We-
game.
there you go.
Give
It's
them
a solid beat 'em up,
suggestions, man.
Where
That's
is
a
our
solid
cut
game.
of the money?
I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
But we do need to play this 4 players again.
Very soon. Very
because
soon.
that's one of the most polished that we played right away.
Yep.
And it reminded me
Yeah.
of kind of like Rayman and the other one that we played 4 players.
Yeah, it looks good, man. I'm surprised I didn't notice this one. I mean, I saw the cover for it, but it didn't really
It was a
intrigue me.
Kickstarter.
It was a Kickstarter for a minute. I had my eye on it,
For like
and
2 years.
then I stopped paying attention. Then I said, "Oh shit, it's out!" And I'm like, I was a little skeptical because sometimes shit fresh out of a Kickstarter has a lot of glitches and shit like that. But then they were like, "No, this plays great. Looks great." And I was like, "How much is this game?" It was like 24. I was like, "Oh, that's right around the price that I can do it for." All right, 4 players, let's go. All right.
Yeah.
But awesome game. I highly recommend it, and you will see it more on the channel.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Platoon Studio and P Cube LTD.
PQ, PQ.
Great game. It's one of the freaking 4-player games on our list that we're gonna get to.
And now that we discussed that,
Is it time?
it's time.
It is now time for the news.
Y'all got to save that sound bit and just play.
Just play that.
Gotta do it
over.
fresh every time. Gotta do it fresh
Fresh
every
every
time.
time.
Fresh
Right
every
on,
time.
We have one that was perfect.
Often
somewhere.
imitated, never duplicated.
We did one recently that was perfect.
Yeah.
One
like,
with Turbo was in it.
Yeah, Turbo
yes,
wasn't here.
When
That's
Turbo's
why.
not here, we get
That's
it.
why.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
That's why.
All right, let's get into the news. Sega is reportedly working on Panzer Dragoon, Evangelion, and Sakura.
Let's
Wars.
go.
Hmm.
All right.
All right over there.
Sorry, man.
Okay.
Sorry.
And Sakura.
Yeah.
Wars.
Their Evangelion games only came out in Japan, though, if I remember right.
Last
So-
Evangelion I heard was a typing game.
No
So-
thanks.
Really?
Typing of the dead.
Typing.
He said a
Evangelion?
typing game.
Well, usually they were like novels. They're like video novel games or whatever.
Oh, visual novels like so
Visual
good.
novels,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
They
don't
would
like to
usually
read.
that,
Oh.
or it was
I
a
like to
typing
read
one. I
them.
never saw an Evangelion game that was like a legit action, like mech game or anything like that.
Right.
And like I'm surprised because they have boss battles in the show. Like every angel could be a boss battle easy, but I guess there's no middle enemy to fight. It's just it should be a
Nah.
boss rush.
Yeah.
Actually, that makes more sense as a boss rush.
Cool
Yeah.
thing about that news, though, is
Fury.
that when they originally came out with that Sega trailer, and I want to know what Reggie thought of that in a second, but the fact that they said and
They said
more,
and more.
and
so,
now that you hear Panzer, and you know that Forever Entertainment was supposed to do Panzer Dragoon Zui, the remake.
yeah.
And you haven't heard anything from them since. So I wonder if that's been quiet because they're actually going to do it the right way. And
Possible.
yeah, so that's very exciting that title was mentioned. But Reggie, what did you think about that Sega reveal, and what do you think of this news here?
You know, I don't. It's kind of crazy because I really liked the first remake of Panzer Dragoon. I thought it was well done, and with the second one, I was obviously waiting for that one because you know it's going to have a chain reaction. Like if this one does well, then they'll make a saga. But I don't know. It's been so long that I kind of like just it didn't really like move me. You know,
The
I just kind of
appetite.
like, oh, okay,
Anyway.
cool, that's cool. It's just so much stuff coming out, man. Like it's hard to like impress. It's hard to impress you sometimes. They take too long for it, but I think it's good. I mean, I don't know. I guess I would just say I'm indifferent about it right now.
Two was such
nothing
an
impressive.
improvement over one. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, 2 kills 1. Like it just is
Oh,
not
it's
even there.
it's night and day
Yeah.
with 2 and 1.
It is, but I just hate that it's a prequel story. But still, that
Yeah.
doesn't take away from it.
And I've been
Exactly.
meaning to play Panzer Dragoon Order,
Order
soon, and I've
is-
never
Oh, it was
played it.
great.
Awesome.
And I don't know why I never played it.
Hard.
I don't even have a reason, but I need to play it.
Well, I'll give you a reason. It plays and looks so much better on the Series X.
Yes, because 4K.
They-
Yes, okay.
No, it's not even just that. They did the
yeah.
widescreen and everything. I'm like, yo, this looks like it freaking.
It
It's
could
made for the
have came
freaking-
out yesterday. It would've been
It's insane.
You know what's crazy though about the news though is that you get the trailer, you get the and more, and they're working on Evangelion, they're working on Panzer. I'm like, where's Shining Force and Phantasy Star?
I was
Where?
expecting
I'm just
Outrun.
waiting for those two titles.
I was expecting Outrun in the next in this list.
That's coming out. I mean,
or
that's
Space Harrier.
but-
They're like Sega's like Shining Force.
Somebody needs to remind them. Man.
yeah, it's the craziest thing that those have not been mentioned yet.
Nothing.
Fire Emblem is a thing. Fire Emblem.
Last time we got Shining Forces back in like Shining. It was something on a PS4, right?
Some crap called
No, there's no
Shining
Shining
Resonance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was no.
That's
That's
Shining
not
Force.
Shining Force. That's Shining.
but it's not. I thought it was a part of the series. Like it's not like a
That's
spin-off.
called Shining Turd.
Oh wow!
It's a shining turd.
And that's what you do in the
can't
game?
Shine a turd.
Shine a turd.
You
You
can't.
shine, that's what you
It's
do.
still
You
a
polish
turd.
it.
You take
So
you,
not a good game.
you take a dump and you polish the shit. It's not even made the same way. Shining Force is a strategy role player. They make this shit real time.
Yeah, they're trying to make it like the Tales of series.
Yeah, they'll- they'll
that's
make
how
it.
exactly how it was.
Like
Yeah.
Zelda. Overhead Zelda.
Overhead Zelda and fire the entire team.
Wow.
Well, Sakura Wars, I don't remember playing. I know that the Saturn one was only Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a fan dub of it or whatever, fan civilization, and you can get that online, and that's like a dating sim action role play, right? Something like
Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you date the girls in it and everything like that. Fall in love, and they help you with certain abilities in the game. So
that.
yeah,
So I mean, those are interesting titles to be pushing as your next line.
There's definitely no reason why they shouldn't push a Shining Force if they're pushing titles like that. You know,
They
Evangelion.
haven't said anything except for the mobile game. If they didn't have that mobile game, I'd be like, yo, that's off the radar. But they did announce. that
Stikz, did
mobile
you ever pick up that Shining Force 3 Part 2? For
Oh, I
Saturn?
didn't buy. I didn't. Nah, they said they don't have it yet. The other person.
Oh,
did,
really?
but yeah, I like
Oh,
the other
okay.
design. I like
Oh,
other design.
the person that was selling them shits? Or
Yeah, he was
whatever.
selling the printed out
Man.
CDs of it.
You're not allowed to buy those unless you play them.
Well,
And if you don't play them, I will break them.
If I bought them,
You'll never have them.
if I bought them,
There's a time limit on it.
You cannot disgrace that game.
do you think that would have been for me if I bought that?
Yes,
just
it
put
should be.
in
It
your-
should be. It should be.
Yo, there's a
It
new.
should be. It should be.
That
If
should
I
be a
was-
new invention, a game that self-destructs after a
Yeah.
certain time that you don't play it.
Seeing as it was before Christmas when I was looking into it, I was looking into it as maybe a gift for someone who loves Shining Force 3.
Well, I mean,
But since, I need to learn about it, and
you
I
should.
don't need it
You
at all.
should.
I
Enhance.
already have the translation.
No, enhance your life and
I
play the
have
entire
the
series.
translation.
Don't you love
It's
games?
old. It's old
Don't
as
you love
hell.
games? Play the entire series and change your life
It
right
looks like-
now.
it looks like Mario Golf.
Mario Golf. That's for Camelot
It's by
too, right?
Camelot.
It's by
Yes,
Camelot.
yes.
What's going on, Justy Views?
Just the views.
Just the views.
What's going on?
Just the views.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever Sega has to say right now.
Reggie's gonna be starting Shining Force 3 very soon.
And I'm just waiting.
He's like, Eric, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Well, the thing with Shining Force 3, man, was kind of messed up because they only gave you the first part of the game, and
Yep.
then obviously
Mhm.
we didn't get the other two, so that it would have left on a cliffhanger, which would have sucked,
Mhm.
you know. But thankfully, fans have got together and translated the game so you can play it completely. But that would have been pretty horrible to buy that game and just end on a cliffhanger.
Yep.
Like,
That's why they should actually officially make that.
Yep.
mm.
And then they can worry about part 4.
If they don't do it by a certain time, there will be some people who will pay.
Damn, this guy's throwing threats. He's threatening people now. Dude.
Wow.
No,
Wait,
no,
What the hell?
we're letting Sega know that people will pay for the game if they release
Thank
it.
you, Stikz. Thank you. See,
Yes.
you think I'm not threatening anybody.
No, we got to talk to our lawyers before
Yeah.
this guy.
Someone will pay for the game.
We don't
That'll be me.
advocate that against devs.
Yeah.
No, of
Level
course not.
857 does not support the views of this man on the far left
We
of the
definitely
camera.
don't.
Somebody will pay for the game, and it'll be me. You didn't let me finish. Jesus.
Kag is saying in the chat that there should be some huge news tomorrow at the Xbox event.
Shining Force 3.
So if there is, you'll hear it in the podcast.
Oh,
Next week.
yeah.
CAG has insider information.
It will be a week late because it's the day after the podcast.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But we're gonna save it for next
But
podcast.
we'll talk about it. if
Kak
anything
said the show turned into Taken.
Many
Facts.
skills.
I have
Not many skills.
This man has beaten Shining Force 3 many times. And he can show you what
I actually wanted to play it today.
Oh, gosh.
I can imagine.
All right, the next news. Capcom adds new DRM to old PC games, raising worries over mods.
Oh Lord.
So, well, if you played any of the recent 3D Capcom games, you see that there's a whole lot of mods, especially in something like a Resident Evil or a Street Fighter.
Yo,
Most notorious for the new Chun-Li
no
in the
time
tournament.
on their hands.
in the tournament.
Yep.
Way
Like,
too
why you
much
gonna?
time on their
How you
hands.
not gonna turn off the mod when you go to a tournament? Like that had to be. But I mean, a lot of people thought that that's the reason why they're cracking down on this now. I would have thought the same thing. But if you look at what they have been doing, they have been adding DRM to the older titles, and it's not new. Capcom's been doing this a lot. The thing is, when they add the mods to it, well, when they add the DRM to it, it slows down the game, and you get less performance on a PC, and then that's why people crack it like in an hour, and then they get back to playing the game the way it's supposed to be. So it's kind of a cat and mouse thing. But the fact they're trying to go back and add it, because I mean, what they do, people like to do a lot of degenerate things to Capcom games. Like, what is it, Lady
Oh, like the naked Resident Evil?
Lady Dimitri, whatever. her name is.
Demi-Tress. Yeah, they.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like they have some fetishes. They like.
Oh,
yeah.
the Sim
Yeah.
Squad. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Sim,
yeah.
the Sim,
There you go, the Sim Squad. Perfect name for
Squad.
it.
Yeah,
Wow.
Sim Squad be wilding out over there.
I mean, sometimes they make her into Shrek and it's hilarious, but other times they have her in lingerie. They have Jill in lingerie. They have
They
all
be
these
loving
things.
her for some reason.
But they did it for Final Fantasy. They do it for a lot of PC games. It
Yeah.
happens all the time,
Yeah.
and it's whatever. That, I mean,
Too much time on their hands.
They're like, make me pay. I've been a bad boy.
I think the biggest thing is when they use it in Monster Hunter, and they're using it to cheat, and that's an online game
No.
where
Wait,
it matters.
They cheat online?
So I think that's why they're going back to add it for that, because that's one of their biggest titles. So it wouldn't surprise me if seeing stuff in there has been like, okay, we got to try and stop that. but it's frowned upon because it's something you bought. Do what you want with it, whatever. They can block your stream, like don't put it online, whatever. If you want to do that, it's fine. But they shouldn't stop you from doing what you want to do with the game that you bought. It's whatever. As long as it's not hindering other people's play and fun.
Or in a tournament.
Or in a tournament. Like it's dumb there. But I mean, yeah, it's not like he won first prize and got the $1 million because of new Chun-Li because everybody was gawking. I mean, maybe,
distract them with the cake.
I mean, maybe that was the idea. I mean, they got it for Yuri. They have everybody in the game, so it's stupid. But Capcom isn't new for doing this. Anti-piracy they've been doing that forever. But let's see if they hold back a little bit and don't go as far as they were thinking about. We'll see.
What's going on, chat? We got Tweet and the Hooligan. What's going on? We got Qya. And we got Not Cirque, a.k.a. one of the dudes who beat my ass in Street Fighter 6.
I know Not Cirque. There
you go.
So, Reggie, what do you think about the crackdown from Capcom?
I honestly don't think much of it. I'm not really streaming games like that. I mean, I like seeing like mods and games and stuff like that. It's not something crazy. You know what I mean? Like, come on, it's gotta be common sense. But I understand why Capcom's doing it. It's their property, so I get it. But people kind of like just I don't know. Some people have taken advantage of it to a crazy point where they have to act, I guess. So
they probably see 24 million views on YouTube, and they're like, no,
yeah, that should be our views for the game's original form or whatever like that. But it just shows that the game, it shows the mods are popular though. I mean,
they could put it as a
maybe they could use that to their advantage somehow, But
hey, they had different costumes in Resident Evil, right? Remember?
Yeah,
you can get lingerie mode. That'd be awful.
It's just called simp mode, dude.
Go back.
Yeah, 100% is what it is. So
charge extra. Charge them extra for it.
Yeah, no, charge them like $500. Stop being a fucking simp.
No, it'll be a donation. It'll be a donation, not DLC. It'll be a donation, and they'll be like, fine, $20 donation.
Simulating OnlyFans.
Extra jiggle. Extra jiggle.
So imagine OnlyFans for a game.
Dude,
simulation.
Oh God!
Yeah,
Simulation.
Lady Demi Tress will have our OnlyFans or something like that. Those guys would be all signed up to it.
But it'll be all characters.
I got Zelda, but the Zelda OnlyFans channel, you pay extra for
Oh,
that. It's so
Lord.
terrible.
What they're missing out on a new Dead or Alive.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
They could definitely have a simp mode in that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want it to come
Oh
out.
dear
I don't
God!
want it to
That's
come
fucking
out.
terrible.
I want that franchise to be dead in the water because the simps are gonna ruin it.
That's the game for them, though.
That's the developers.
Well,
of
Part
this.
6 had those microtransactions.
Nah, son.
Remember
that Dead or
Oh
Alive.
no, what was it like
Dead or
$900?
Alive volleyball.
No,
beach, whatever.
if you bought all of the DLC, yeah,
Was it in the
think
thousands?
I think it got up to the
No,
thousands.
that's bad.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
If you bought all the costumes.
All the costume DLC.
Dude,
no
come
way.
Come on, man.
Nope.
That's crazy.
That's
Sims
why
pay that
I
shit.
didn't play
But
that.
They'll
I
pay that
can't
shit.
front. I played Dead or Alive. I think what was the last one? 6?
I bought 6, but
Mhm.
it's like
7.
$3.
Yeah, dude, it was mad fun. I was using Tina and I was fighting somebody, and they had me down to a sliver of life, and they had like 30% life left. I actually posted
Came back?
Yeah, I made a comeback, and I hit him, and I finished them with the go to sleep. It looked insane.
I saw that.
I posted a short. I think I posted it as a short. It
He
was
said, "Go to
crazy.
sleep, simp."
Oh, man.
Damn.
All right, moving on to the next news. Ubisoft exec says gamers need to get comfortable with
Ugh.
not owning your games.
What?
I
Wait,
mean, it's
what?
what we said. It's what we said was going to happen to the industry,
Yeah.
and nobody
Yeah.
wants to hear this.
Unfortunate.
And unfortunately, he's like, "Oh, this is what happened to music. Can happen to movies. It's going to happen to games. The new generation doesn't care if they have a physical edition or not." Which is, I see what he's saying, and I know that it's probably going to end up. Listen, nobody ever wants to get rid of the physical editions of anything
Mm-hmm.
until you run out of space. But, but, I mean, if you're paying, like a lot of people be like, "Oh, I'll pay $7 a month, $10 a month, and I'll have access to 800,000 games. I can pick whatever I want to play, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
And obviously that's what the industry wants you to do, but they'll charge you like $20 a month probably. And there'll be different studios that'll charge you the same $12 a month. Capcom will open up theirs, Square will open up theirs, Microsoft will open up theirs, Ubisoft will definitely open up theirs. That's the problem. It'll end up being like how streaming is now. And everybody's like, streaming's great. And now everybody's like, oh man, this is the same as cable. I'm tired of streaming. So we're seeing the future now, living in that age. So him saying the exec saying this isn't surprising, but to just factor in, there's a whole generation who did buy physical games, and Reggie, you can attest to collecting. So
Yeah.
I want to hear your views on what you think of him saying get used to not owning.
Well, I think they're getting really bold in saying it like that. You know,
Yeah.
he said it with a little bit of tude. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I've been telling people for years, man. And all this content you're buying, this digital stuff, is they're trying to push that and see what people will do with it. You know, like people go crazy for a lot of these add-ons that are stuff that used to be like extra stuff in games we bought already. They're basically piecing stuff out of games and selling it to you now. And that practice is dangerous, obviously, because look what they're doing now. They're trying to take more control. They want digital only, so they have full control. That's why it's so important to have physical media. You don't want to give these guys all the control, because next thing you know, you have a digital game in your library and they take it away from you because they think you were cheating or something like that, or you or something you did with the game. You know, they could take it away from you, which is horrible.
Yep.
There's a lot of issues with this, and I was actually in the middle of a video a couple of weeks ago talking about the importance of physical media. I need to finish that video. But him coming out and saying that, man, is very bold, because usually they don't come out and say it like that, you know.
Yeah.
But these guys are feeling. I mean, it's Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is one of the guys pushing this, and another company has been doing it. Was it EA trying to do?
I would say EA.
I wouldn't be
Most
surprised.
Most likely.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was EA.
So Ubisoft following suit and everything like that. But I think with there's going to be too much pushback on it. You know, obviously, you know, the new generation may like digital only content, but there's just enough of us that like physical that it will be a problem where they would lose money if they try to like make everything digital. So people want to own their stuff. They don't want to rent it out or whatever like that. That sounds horrible. Like if you actually read the rights when you play these games, or like digital games, like the ownership of them, it's insane. There's a lot to read. But if you read it, you go like highlight the stuff they're saying in there to where you don't own the game, you're just renting it from us.
Actually, a perfect example was when we played Sunday, Army of Two. The 40th day isn't on Game Pass, but the first Army of Two is available on it. So it's like, you know, we have the physical disc here. We put it in the Xbox Series X. Didn't play at all. Didn't play at all. It said, please purchase the game. I'm like, what the? It's not on there at all. Can't even buy it. You had to. I had to break out the Xbox 360. Wow. Thank God I had that.
That's the thing. Like, people around our generation work hard for our money, and when we buy something, we want to own it. Right? Is that too much to ask?
Right.
Yes.
You know, like, so now it's like, let's
like,
try to get rid of that. So, like, no, man,
They gotta print out
because we don't
DVDs.
have the time that younger people do have.
Yeah.
You know, young people have a lot of time to play games, so it doesn't really matter because they're playing different video games. So it doesn't, you know, my attention's here, then my attention's here. But when you're older and you're picking time, 2 hours to 3 hours during your week to actually play a game, and you purchase that shit and you play it, and then it's removed because you bought it digitally, that's fucked up. That is, and I will never, ever be cool with that. That is, there's no reason to be cool with that.
Well, Philippe Tremblay has said.
Who?
Philippe.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I'm like, did you just call me something?
Wow.
Well, no. He says he understands the frustration,
No, he doesn't.
and he says it's not
Fucking
like
liar.
he says it's not like you'll be losing the time that you spent in these games and your saves and everything. I was like, yes, it does, because if you guys take
Yeah,
the
Philippe
game,
The
is
game is
crazy.
gone.
you can't play it. I don't care about what time I put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. Listen, I would rather have it this way: own my digital copy. How about that? I would like that.
Yeah,
Happy medium. Happy
yeah,
medium.
can I own? Like, if
Can
I'm
I
buying a digital, can I?
download it
It's mine
Keep
Right.
it to play on something
forever.
Right.
Yes.
Forever. That's fine.
Or if I buy it digitally, give me it needs to be a lifetime license that
Or I can
transcends
buy
generations.
it physical and then pirate it. so
And pirate it.
always have it digital.
No, I've long thought that if you have a freaking physical, you should be able to make that a digital for free. Like,
but-
you know,
Yeah.
I just need a way to play it. Because if I bought all these Steam games and Steam's like, we've hit some hard times, people, you can't log on to Steam anymore. And it can happen. And everybody's 1,000 game list won't be playable on anything else because you need Steam to start the game. If I had a thing that could play the game, regardless of those online services, then that would be cool. You need an offline Steam that you can download and keep. Somebody has to do something like that.
It sounds like that happened, man. You know, piracy. That's where piracy
Yeah.
Kicks in. Yeah, that's why it's so popular. You know.
Yeah.
digital
Was there
content.
ever a physical for Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows?
That's gone.
Which one?
Yeah,
Which one is that one?
That was for the Xbox 360.
I think that's gone.
It was on Xbox.
I know digitally it's out, but I don't know if
I don't
there was a
think you can-
physical.
I still have it
Wow.
saved on my 360.
I don't.
Same.
I don't know.
But I just want to know if there was a physical for the
I
game.
I
never
don't
heard
think
of
so.
it.
Gone
I
forever.
don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
people will thank them for that.
because I feel like I've been online and I saw a
That
box
game was
for it.
fun, man.
Yeah.
That was
just
good.
needed more polish.
I mean, look on eBay. You'll probably find something like from PAL region.
Underappreciated.
But it's like it's something like that. That hey, if you never played it, you ain't never gonna see it.
It
Yeah.
should be like this. If they make it easy enough for people to get the digital copy and keep it, people won't go to piracy. That's how it is with music. That's how it is with movies. The second they said, "Oh, you can just do this and get it," people don't pirate a lot. Like it dropped, I think 30 or like 80%, something like that. It was a crazy percentage drop since like 10 years ago
yeah.
because people don't want to go into the motions of trying to do stuff illegally when you can actually just pay $5 and get what you need. Like it's serious.
Yep, there's no physical. No
And there
physical
is no
for it.
physical Turtles.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's a licensed
There you
game.
go.
So all those games. Remember how long it took for you to even find like the old Turtles arcade game?
Yep.
Like it was never anywhere until Konami actually redid it.
So the only way to get it now is to pirate.
Well, it kind of was somewhere if you want to think of unlockables, but yeah, it wasn't like it owns its own official
Its own
release.
game, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Yeah.
on physical. It was digital on Xbox Arcade, I think, at one point.
But
Yeah,
if
Xbox
Konami, the last Konami Turtles game that Konami did, like was based off the new Ninja Turtle cartoon series that came out back in the early 2000s.
Mhm.
It had each one. Well, the second and third one had an unlockable of Turtles in Time and
Ah.
Ninja Turtles the arcade game, but the emulation was poor on a couple of them, and I think even some of the music was cut out. I got to go back and look at
Well,
it.
the
I'm pretty,
intro
you know,
music is
sorry,
taken out.
probably did a video on it, so I got to look that up.
I know the intro
But,
song was taken out and done over.
Yeah,
we watched.
it's
We
weird.
just watched a Turtles cartoon from like the
Oh, God.
the 80s,
art-
like the
yeah,
late
yeah, yeah,
80s,
yeah,
90s,
yeah.
early 90s.
I regretted every
Yeah.
second of it.
Yeah, I don't know
Dude,
why
they
you playing that.
changed. They changed the theme song. A different person was singing because I was like, this sounds off. Same
Bro.
lyrics, but they changed it.
Mm-hmm.
And this cartoon was the same. All the voice actors were the same, but the intro
Right.
music was different.
They
I heard
changed
it
it,
again,
yeah.
and I was like, I knew it. He was way more enthusiastic singing the song.
It sounded like he liked his job.
The new one did. The new one was not.
The other guy
You got to
was
hear
hostage.
the European version is insane too. Like if you hear the intro version of that one, man, they're called Teenage
Hero-
Hero Turtles.
Hero
Hero
Turtles.
Hero
Turtles.
Yeah.
Turtles, yes.
Yeah,
Hero Turtles.
I listened. I heard that. I was like, wow, dude, this
Hero
is like
Turtles.
It's
nothing
like that
compared to the
doesn't have a
original.
ring to it.
No. But that's what they couldn't say ninja. Man. They couldn't say
Yeah, the
ninja.
artist was
Yeah.
definitely into the original song, man. He was in that studio just going
Oh,
crazy.
he was
That's,
belting.
that's like those Disney afternoon songs.
Oh
man.
no, they were all
Oh,
belting.
damn, they were
Why,
all-
why they do that to the Europeans, man? That's not messed. That's messed.
Dude,
up.
the
Hero
second,
Turtles.
The second those Disney people got those checks, they was like, "Yo, we singing this, going crazy in this."
Yeah.
song."
Yo, that Disney check pay you for life.
Yeah.
son.
Yeah, exactly.
You just need one.
That Gummy Bear song, dude was singing his heart out.
Oh god.
Singing his heart out.
Yeah, but Turtles Cowabunga collection that has all the titles finally.
Yes,
but
I have that.
I don't know how
I don't
good
need
they
it.
were emulated on there. So
They're really good.
I don't need.
Okay.
I don't need the
Really,
first
really
Ninja
good.
Turtles.
Yo, but you know what's crazy though?
F that game.
not TMNT though.
Yeah, when you were watching the cartoon, it was getting me mad.
Well, yeah,
Isn't that messed up? Like it's Ninja Turtles. It's Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, and Transformers. Whenever I watch the early episodes, it gets
Can't
me
watch it.
mad.
Yo, bro.
It's almost unwatchable.
You can't
no,
watch any
dude.
of them.
I remember
But
I
I
was
did watch
watching.
it for a while though. I was watching it for a while.
I don't know. I just had
And
to
it
turn it
jumped
off.
into a next. It was a live channel. I was playing nothing but Turtles. I was like, this episode is like an hour and a half long.
No,
Yo, what's
nothing
going
wrong
on, man? It's just
Come
jumping
on.
to the next one.
Yo, I was watching. I watched a Transformers episode, maybe like one of the first 3.
Oh God,
I
no!
don't-
Don't do it.
Bro, I
They're
think
bad.
Hound was in. No, it was either Hound or Bumblebee. No, Hound was in a river, and he was like, "Oh, I'm drowning." Like,
No, there was some fuckery that's like,
And
how
then-
did this air?
and then Bumblebee was driving in his vehicle mode, and Spike was running and keeping up with him. I'm like,
Oh.
Well, he was
No,
coasting.
no, dude, the illest thing ever. It's online. It's actually on YouTube where like it's Megatron and his boys looking. He's like, oh, I don't see Optimus anywhere. And you just see a fist pop up and hit Megatron in the jaw. He's like, right here, Megatron. I'm like, well, is he hiding in the ground or ducking? I'm like,
Yeah. He got the jump on him.
there is no way his big ass was hiding under him.
He was just animated.
Dude, that whole scene was just complete nonsense.
"Oh
Sorry.
man."
And I love
Sorry.
all these franchises. I love
Well, I got one more news.
That's
This is Pachak.
Oh God.
Unannounced Halo Battle Royale game has reportedly been canceled.
Damn it!
Aw.
So that sounds more like a mode that was going to be an infinite
Aw.
rather than an entire game.
Aw.
So
They should just be happy that the Halo Infinite got multiplayer.
what they said, I mean, listen, they said that they were working on a new Halo game since 2022. And since this one was supposedly done in 2021, I would assume so. But this game was not done. And it still is not done. And they're working on another game. Listen, I don't believe it because I don't think another Halo is coming out for this Xbox. But if it was back in the day,
Bro.
they had what, like
Don't
3
say
or
that.
4 Halos
Don't
per
say that.
system, like generation, right? What's going on with this generation where they only have one title for everything for one generation?
Nah, dude, don't
That's
say
crazy.
That. Don't say that.
Because I would have been like, okay, I'm definitely expecting another Halo.
Don't
They
say
didn't even
that.
announce a Gears yet.
Don't say that.
So
Don't say that.
I don't know.
Don't say that. Don't say
we're
that.
going
Don't
into
say
the 4th year right now,
Nah,
and they
man,
have
don't say
one
that.
title. So Sony and Microsoft are guilty of this.
Will they have another Halo on this current gen? Reggie knows.
What do you say?
Well, with the next generation consoles would probably be around 2008 or 2028,
Rumored to be like
20 28, I would think, maybe
27, 28.
27, 28.
Yeah.
So there's
Too
time
soon.
either for them to work on something, this generation and everything. I wouldn't want to wait until another generation that long for a new Halo game.
But
I'd
what's
like
the
to
what's
see-
the Reggie prediction? I want a prediction. Does it happen or does it not happen?
It's gonna happen. It's got
Hey,
to.
positivity
There
for
we
you,
go.
Chalk.
So for
There
the,
we
There's
go.
positivity.
for the new Xbox next year,
Why are you looking at me?
for the
like
new
that?
Xbox next year, they're gonna have a new Halo.
Hey,
That's not funny. That's not funny.
dude, you can make fun of me. I've been waiting for State of Decay 3
Well-
for like 50 years.
They got a Pro Edition coming. You didn't see the papers?
No, man. I'm
Alright,
not
this-
buying a Pro
if that
Edition
happens,
Xbox. Chill.
if that happens, this
I don't think
generation
they'll do
is
one.
terrible.
So annoying.
If that happens,
Hey,
this
son, I'm
generation
so
is
annoyed
terrible.
right
Could have one game for this entire half of the generation.
What do you mean?
Halo, I'm saying.
They got
Halo.
Forza.
Okay.
No. I'm
Keep
saying
going.
They have Forza. They would come out with
Halo.
like 3 Forzas. They would come out with 3. They would have Forza Horizon, Forza Horizon,
Right.
Forza Horizon,
Same.
Forza. They would have at least 4 of those titles
Right.
within that 7 to 8 years straight. Like
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right.
they got Halo, update to Halo, update to Halo.
Right.
Nothing for a hell of a long time. Cancellation.
Took a year.
Maybe a new Halo. Like, come out with a new Halo, a better one, a new story.
Halo Infinite is good. That's a good campaign.
You gonna
4
leave it?
players.
That's it? That's what you're gonna leave it
We
at?
fought a monkey.
You know how many Mega Mans they have for Nintendo?
It's not
6.
over. I mean, they
6 of
can't.
them.
I mean, it's not over. So
They had
just-
6.
finish the goddamn game.
Look,
That's all we wanted to hear.
Look, it's called Halo Infinite, okay? It's going to go on forever.
So
They're
you
gonna
would
keep
expect-
Not
adding
free to play,
content.
man.
So we'd expect that to be it. You expect that to be the only Halo they got for this generation.
No, it's infinite, dude. You're not getting it. It's infinite. It's forever, man.
Oh Lord.
It's going to be on the Xbox Series Z.
Oh.
They need to
stop,
start. Listen,
sir.
tomorrow, if they don't announce Gears, I'm gonna be pissed. They need to announce Mad Games tomorrow.
Yeah.
Was it like
Years
is it an
long
event
overdue.
or what is it?
They said they're gonna talk about Indiana Jones, which is probably gonna be first person. Everybody's gonna be pissed.
Oh,
nice.
Really?
Why is there
Oh.
an Indiana Jones game?
No,
Nah, they've been working on it for a
everybody
while.
wants it to be Uncharted. Everybody wants it to be Uncharted. If it's
Right.
not anything like Uncharted, people are gonna be furious. So it better be at least similar.
What's going to be based
Tomb
on? Yeah,
Raider.
they're going to
How long's
compare
the
it to
event?
Uncharted. So
How long's the event?
I know that it was 10 minutes on
10 minutes.
10 minutes on
Fable.
Indiana Jones.
What
No,
about
10
Fable?
I don't know.
They're still
how-
working.
They
on
haven't
it.
said
no.
shit
They
about
showed.
that,
They showed the
man.
trailer. They said, "I'll shut you up for maybe a couple of months."
Yeah.
But they need to stop saying in the next 2 or 3 years. I swear. If they announce new games tomorrow, and it's like, in 2027, I'm like, yo,
Dude,
come on.
State of the K3 hasn't been even
Come on.
mentioned.
They better shadow drop 8 titles tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
all better be 9.
They all better be available.
And
Hell
then one
yeah.
of them better be a sequel to Hi-Fi Rush.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, that
One
would
of
be a
them-
big drop moment.
One of them better be Grand Theft.
Grand.
Shut up.
Dude, they had 3 Grand
5.
Thefts. How many Grand
Again.
Thefts?
Yeah, just about to say 5.
Right.
Yeah,
Grand Theft Auto 5.
5 is coming. How many-
Since the new Grand Theft Auto takes place in Vice City again, you see the price for the Vice City stories that kind of like went up in price.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys see that?
No,
yeah, I
no,
noticed
no.
that.
That's
I
funny.
haven't been
Why?
paying
Because people
attention.
think that's the new Grand Theft. They're buying it. $70 for this?
Yeah, it's a new
Yeah.
game.
No thanks.
But dude, they had like 4, right, for the PlayStation 2. How many Grand Theft Autos did they have? They had like 4 or 5. Right?
They had 5 of them because they put the
5.
Liberty City stories, 2 of the Liberty City stories
Yeah.
on the PS2 from the PSP.
So that was a
So, yeah.
generation. 5 Grand Theft Auto.
They were all good.
Now we'll get 1.
Let me ask you this: what is your favorite Grand Theft Auto? Mine is 4.
Mine is 5.
Ooh.
Mine is
4 is
5.
favorite. Wow.
Mine is 5.
Yeah, 4. I love 4.
Let's see. I only beat 4 and 5.
I didn't like the driving in 4. at all.
I might tilt slightly to 4.
Really?
I like the
Because,
story in 4.
5
I like Nico.
Yeah.
five
Nico
was
Bellic.
dope, but
Bellic.
there was so much bullshit in 5.
I love 5.
Well, there was random jobs
You had
that
one mission you
slowed down
didn't
the
like,
entire
man.
game.
You know how many missions I had in 4 where I had to be like, save this person, they run out and get killed?
Because you're not good at saving people. I can save
Annoying.
people.
That's annoying.
You let people die, Jay.
Oh,
you gotta
no,
save
that's
them.
annoying. When you had
No, I let
control.
people die. Let me stop.
No, you killed them.
I let people die.
You just killed them. There's a difference.
I was like, oh, you a hostage? Oh, you just
Oh, you
in
need
the
help?
way.
Oh, you need help? Oh.
I was like,
My
you think
bad.
holding that hostage is gonna stop me from shooting this shotgun?
Back, I was like,
It was a
no, I
grenade.
have
It was a
hostage.
grenade.
I was like, I don't care.
It was a grenade, first
Dude,
of all. but it
fun
wasn't.
fact, and what was that fucking game we played?
Army of
door,
Two.
door Kickers.
Oh, Door
Action
Kickers,
Squad. They
oh,
put a
bro.
room full of fucking hostages with the enemy at the end. I said, shit, what do we do? Al said, pop, 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 pop. Shot every one of those
Kid in the
fucking...
candy store, man. Kid in the candy
Shot
store.
every... Before we could even figure out a plan, he killed every one of those hostages and the guy at the end.
I just reacted, man. I just reacted.
I said, well,
I didn't
there-
even think.
I said, all right, there we go.
Hey, you
I
never
just
know.
saw a target, and that
Some of
was
those
it.
hostages could have been like double agents.
Those heads were off.
They could have
No.
stabbed
Damn.
you.
No, they were
bro.
blonde women. All of
Yeah.
them dead.
Damn.
You know, that's how they can get you. Though. I never seen that in a movie.
What?
You got the hostage. You're like, you try and save the hostage, and then you're saving them standing next to you, and then boom, you get a knife to the gut.
Oh.
That happens.
That happened.
Yeah.
That happens. Still happens in games. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that in role-playing games with treasure chests.
Oh, that's the worst. And sometimes them treasure chests are like the toughest bosses
Oh,
ever.
they usually
Yeah,
are. They usually
Tales
are.
of games, yes.
It's just they're usually a tongue though.
Dude,
And
watch
battle-
out.
Yeah, it's
Watch out for
gross.
rogue heroes because they have them.
Oh, do they?
They're all over the place. I fucking hate them.
And battle chasers, bro.
Yes.
Oh,
those
God. Forget
those
that.
treasure chests were
Forget
vicious.
that, man.
Vicious.
I stopped playing because of that.
You didn't finish it?
No, man.
I'm still
Yo,
waiting
that,
for
no,
this-
that game.
I put a
mean,
lot of time into that.
That
too.
game was tough. That last boss
Jesus
was stupid
Christ.
hard.
I'm
But
still waiting for this
Hmm.
DLC for
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Oh, yeah. Supposed to be coming soon. Maybe it'll get announced tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Soon
Is
now.
that it for the news?
That is it.
Yes, it is. We were gonna go
So-
ahead and take a
Bathroom.
quick bathroom
didn't-
break, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I didn't play Elden Ring yet.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah. Is it good to get into it now?
You can get into it
Oh,
now.
definitely.
Yeah, we're just taking a quick bathroom break.
I
We'll be back.
regret not playing it when Joel and John were playing it because they were playing it like crazy. I felt bad. I should have hopped on it with them.
Yeah, no, I
Got
was
used to
playing.
it.
When Joel was playing, I was playing it. I beat that game. Joel did not.
Let
But
me
he
backtrack
swears,
for a
but he
second.
swears I never beat anything.
Let me backtrack for a sec. Guys, have we, from Tweet and Penda Hooligan, have we heard about Gerard the Completionist charity stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
we-
is that something we want to?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't care. Our friend Smash has been talking about it. He actually did a video today.
Oh, really?
We're not a drama channel though, so that's why we don't go into all that.
Okay, there's drama surrounding. I'm out of the loop.
He got
so-
taken out of Sea of Stars and all this stuff. Yeah, I followed it. But
Yeah,
who
it's
got
pretty
taken out of
crazy.
Sea of Stars? The completion.
Oh,
He was
really?
in the game?
Yeah, he was a secret. He was a character. He was a
They patched him out though.
Yeah.
Damn.
They cut him out. Wow. Wow.
But yeah, we know we don't get into all that drama.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
No, listen, if it's in the game industry, we'll get into it. But if it has to do with a person online, nah.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTubers, I don't deal with YouTubers.
Yeah.
Man. I ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
I put no money into that.
Hooligan, we can't control the music. It's part of the save screen.
Oh yeah, now we just on the break right now.
Don't forget, the monthly game giveaway from Level 857 is in full effect.
Yes, yes. Sasquatch in Time won the last one. He won the last one. Picked his game. River City Girls. Hell yes. Hell yes. So,
Did you
go ahead, Reggie. What's up?
did you guys beat River City Girls Part 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
I haven't beat it yet, man. Better than the first one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 4 players. 4-player local co-op. It's awesome. I got a new air. They got I like the air combat. I don't think the first one They had really deep juggling. They had juggling, but they had real deep, crazy air combos that you can do. You could really get. They expanded on that in the second one, and you know, they got a lot of throwbacks to what was it? They got the Lee Brothers Double Dragon in there. They got Marion. See, all the new characters that are in there. Provy and Marion, awesome.
You like Marion's new look?
I like the new look. It's funny too because
Abs all day, bro.
they got another new look at her also. And Double Dragon Gaiden, she's got like a bazooka. She's like a different character, even though it's Marion.
Oh, you guys are talking about Double Dragon Gaiden.
No, we're talking about them both. I'm talking about Marion, how it looks there in River City Girls 2 and in Double Dragon Gaiden. It's like the looks are different, and the fighting, like she's just a long range shooter in Gaiden, but she's like she's like up front in your face. She's strong as hell. Her boss fight was crazy in River City Girls too.
Bro, it was so rough.
That was insane.
Really?
It was so rough.
It was, and I wasn't even in that stream. I was watching you guys fight it. I was like, Marion is killing you guys. What is going on?
Yeah, we got work, man.
I gotta look this up.
Nah,
Marion boss fight.
All the boss fights still in that game are crazy. Oh, my God. Absolutely. I recommend it.
We're back now. Welcome back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where'd that music
Yeah,
go?
buddy.
It went away.
Because we're back.
And we're back with the main topic of what makes a game retro.
Yes.
And to answer the question, it's because it's old. Nah, we'll get deeper into what we think retro is. So who wants to kick it off?
Reggie.
Our guest,
Okay.
Reggie. What do you think a retro game is? What qualifies it?
You could associate it with a lot of stuff, like an old gameplay style. You know what I mean? Like you guys ever heard of that old Atari game called Hero?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
Going too far back. Okay.
Too retro.
something that's very, I want to say, simplistic, where it's like I don't know, just the way the style of the game is like something we consider retro. Super Mario Brothers, right? You just go from point A to point B with obstacles or whatever like that. That can be considered retro, but at the same time, it's just a matter of how old the game is too. We're at a time now where PS3 is kind of maybe considered retro because it's almost 20 years old. PS3, well, actually, X360 came out before PS3, so 2005. Next year will be 2025, so 20 years. I feel like when you hit the 20-year mark, you're retro.
Okay.
Or even 10 years. Like look at the generation of people and everything like that. Gen Z, Gen X and all that stuff. It's just how you look at it. I'm sorry, I'm digging too deep into it, but
we'll get into
that's
we like the perspective.
Yeah, it's just a couple ways of retro, but there's retro gameplay styles, which are something very simple, I would think, and then how old something is.
So if it's
I
based
feel like
off styles, can a new game be retro?
Say that one more time.
I said if it's based off styles, can a new game be considered retro?
Yeah, if it's the same, they don't add nothing new to it. To kind of like expand off of that old style. That makes sense.
Like
Pixel, like
Sea
a
of
pixel
Stars.
art?
Sea of Stars.
Sea of Stars is like a retro.
Sea of Stars, so I would consider a new type of retro game. Yeah.
Right. It's a modern game, but it's in the style of a retro.
The graphical style.
Yeah.
Well, it's a retro style formula too, because pixelated graphics. They've been trying to phase that. Well, not phase it out, but a lot of companies won't do it because it takes so long to do that. The effort you have to put into them and all that stuff. So it's a retro style. So that's another way too to kind of say it, I would think. If they do you think you would have been interested in Sea of Stars if it was more like 3D-ish type graphics instead of the pixelated that they're using?
Probably not.
I don't think.
Yeah,
it
so
I
it's the
think it
retro
looks
style.
great the way it is now.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I was when I saw that, I said I think I need to have this game.
It's hard to come from it like at the perspective of someone who's never played anything that had pixel art.
Right.
Because
It'd be very new to them.
Well, because I'll look at it like, okay, if I look at an Atari game, obviously I know what Atari looks like. I was around when Atari was, but if you told me to pick up a great new game that looked like Atari, I'd be like, a little hesitant. I don't want to play that. So somebody who's never played any pixel games might have that same mind state and be like, that's pixel art. I'm not messing with pixel art.
Well, it's equivalent to stick figures and actually drawing.
No, I know, but
Like,
for us, we've seen this though.
Yeah.
Right.
For someone who hasn't seen it, they might have that same
Like
Atari
this?
look.
Like this is stylized.
It's beautiful.
It's you could be a new gen dude and be like,
See your stars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yo, Bizarre is hilarious. He said,
Yo.
damn, you old Jay. He said, you old Jay.
Listen, I said I was around. I didn't say I knew.
Yo, he
I
said
knew
you
what
around
Atari
before
was.
Atari.
My man was
He
having
knew the
conver-
developers.
My man was having conversations with Jesus.
I didn't say I was purchasing Atari games. It was around.
Jay has appearances in Atari games.
Jay was born the June before Moses parted the sea.
Oh, listen, when Pong was made, I was like, damn, this is a new thing. I was used to playing football on a little shake board.
He said on a little shake.
It just vibrated.
Oh,
You see
that's-
the little player
Yeah.
moving.
That corny.
Wow, those things.
I had a cousin that had that.
Oh
He
man.
thought it was the best thing ever.
That's what the game was before
Yeah,
video
yeah.
games,
Yep.
which
Yep.
is nasty. But
Overlays for the TV.
What do they call
Oh,
it?
Those-
Electronic
those are
football,
bad.
I think, or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or something sports.
But yeah, board games are popular. But hey, all right.
Board games are popular.
Sorry, it's still good. All right. So who wants to have who wants to say that take on what they think it is?
Let's see.
Because I got one, but I want.
I mean, I do agree. I agree with Reggie because it does has to not only do with how a game looks, but also has to do with play styles. You know,
Yeah.
like how many people grew up with Hadouken motion,
yeah.
you know, in the game. Like you could play a, I don't know if it's, I'm pretty sure it's in a couple of beat 'em ups, but like if there's a motion to do a Hadouken move, they won't know where that came from. You know, oh, that's from Street Fighter.
Yeah, because when you say fireball motion out loud, most of us sitting at this table know exactly what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, but
Fighting Street.
damn, man.
Oh, Lord.
Damn, man.
Come on,
Wow.
man.
Damn,
That's where it's
man.
from.
Come on,
Damn,
man.
man. Damn.
Come on, man.
We were on a streak and Jay just killed it like
That's where it's
he
from.
pulled the turbo.
And I
He pulled the turbo.
Deflated
and I
the whole
also
thing.
think,
That's where it's from.
and I also think a retro game would not have the quote unquote modern button layout.
Yeah.
So you do one button super moves. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I hate that.
They have it there for a reason though, because people don't want to go old school.
And it makes it more accessible
Yeah.
for the newer player.
But when I think about like retro, right? So we're talking about like I'll talk about graphical style. Like all right, pixel art. Like there's tons of modern pixel art games that look beautiful and stuff like that. And I don't think too many people will think it's ugly or dated. But like
It
if you
looks better than polygons.
well, that's what I'm getting to. So think of like people who grew up around just polygons, right?
Yeah.
Before, like after the pixels. So like, would people actually crave for like today's games to have that ugly polygon look over what we're watching right now, like pixels? Like pixels, I think are better. They're more user friendly than polygons.
A lot of people grew up with
They look
Nintendo
better.
64 though.
Yeah, but
A
and that's
lot
the
of people.
worst. And
And
that's
then-
the worst.
That was the early days of polygons where everything was just
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
All jumbled
jagged.
up.
Everything was jagged.
Quest 64.
Yeah.
Plus 64.
Like, do you like that? I haven't heard it from anybody. Like, damn, I want a game that looks like an N64 GoldenEye.
Well,
And
people
when
are still blind to it.
And when GoldenEye was re-released,
Bro.
everyone was charged, and all that
Bro.
shit went back down because
Bro.
the shit's hideous.
I'm one of, yo, I
Because
I
they
will
remember
admit
the
it.
fun, but
Yup.
that shit is fucking ugly.
Yeah, I remember. I was just like, yo, I'm playing this game, but it's ugly as sin.
The shoulders look like coat hangers.
Yes. Yeah, and it just dude, and it was it was a little choppy.
Those
too. I was
type
just
of
like,
games need updates and remakes more than
Yeah,
any generation,
yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want the new Tekken to be retro and make it look like Virtua Fighter.
No,
like
no
the
one
first
wants
one.
that.
Nah,
Virtua
No,
Fighter
no
2
one-
was great.
You don't want this Gallagher right
Stop.
here?
No one wants that.
Look
Look at
Oh,
those
yeah.
legs.
Oh my
Look at those little ass
God.
legs.
That's Tekken 1.
Yeah, this is
Yo.
retro, bro. This is retro.
Since when
That's
does the
retro.
world
That's
have an
retro.
aura?
Woo!
Oh my God, look at me.
Those legs.
Look
Those
at my man's hair.
Dude.
He's got a little ass head from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I used to think this intro.
I think it's
I thought
beautiful.
this intro this
Kazuya.
cutscene was great.
Yo, he punched with his shoulder and his chin.
Hey, it's all about the technique.
Wow.
I thought this was the greatest thing ever.
Look
When
at
I first
all
saw
the-
it. I thought it was the
Look
greatest. I
at
was
the
like, wow.
intros
The amount of
from
money it
PlayStation
took.
and
Yeah.
Saturn games, and they're hideous
I thought
intros.
Mystaria was a great intro.
Mystario's
That
intro. Yo, I watched it last week.
Yeah.
Watch it again.
Oof.
was
It's one of the worst things you'll ever see.
That Guardian Heroes intro is still fired. I think that's
Cartoon.
still
That's
hold up.
cartoon.
It is.
Yeah.
I love that intro.
Yep.
Especially if you hear the Japanese version where you can hear the voices on it.
Ooh.
Man,
Oh, really?
it's
Guardian
on
Heroes
fire.
had
Oh,
those.
yeah. It's on fire.
You can never lose with cartoon. You can never lose with cartoon. But
Yeah.
that hideous dripping polygons. That's no, man.
You don't like it?
No,
That's
but
their cheap way to get out of doing the animation. That they don't want to put in the work for it. You know?
Well, if you looked at that compared to Virtua Fighter, the original.
no, I'm
that
saying the
looks
original.
way better than
No,
Virtua
yeah,
Fighter.
that
Yes,
looks
it does,
way
yes.
better than the original Virtua
Virtual Fire
Fighter.
was like the first one.
Yeah.
But the thing
original,
is,
But they
I
did the
remember,
remix. The remix look cool. That look good.
Yeah, look.
I remember when I walked into an arcade and I played the first Virtua Fighter.
Oh,
Don't say that.
Yo, dude, my mind was blown. I thought it was amazing.
And that look way better.
It does.
This
If you
looks better
squint,
than
I know.
first
if you
Virtua Fighter.
squint,
I know it looks.
it doesn't look so
Oh no,
bad.
it's tight. They're tight as hell. Like it's nasty.
There's
It's nasty.
nothing smooth there.
Yeah.
Ian and EG, yeah, Toshinen. I remember that.
Yikes.
But Toshinden was a hell of a game when PlayStation
Oh, yeah.
first came
Oh,
out,
this
dude.
is-
That
I
was
thought
like
this was
awesome.
great.
Amazing.
I thought it was crazy.
The ring outs
And
and
then you play it now, it's like,
Oh,
Slow.
I play. Hold on. Star
Didn't age
Fox.
well.
I think of that more retro than anything because I don't think that graphic style does not hold up.
Star Fox on Super Nintendo. I
That's
played that
retro.
recently on on the Nintendo Switch Online or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You didn't realize how
golly.
You didn't
Polygons.
realize how slow it was too.
Yeah,
man? I remember it was
it
like
looked,
I didn't remember
bro.
it being this slow.
Polygons are bad, man.
I
They
played
made
that.
Made me want to vomit, but I wanted to
Ow.
play it.
sorry to stop for a second, but
Yeah, go ahead.
the text isn't on the screen on the bottom. You can't see it. So
Oh, I can't see the chat on the bottom
Yeah,
either.
there's no chat.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. for
But
real.
we can look at it on
Thanks.
our phone.
No, I got
Yeah,
it.
we were looking on the
My
phone.
bad.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, just let you know.
My bad.
But there you go. But yeah, continue.
My take.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're taking her.
Yeah, I'll take. But yeah, I feel like retro gameplay definitely has to be a linear game with no side quests and open world stuff because open world is the rage these days.
Yeah.
But retro gameplay, like a simplistic 2-button button setup.
You know, like Star Fox being 10 frames per second. On the
No,
Super
man,
Nintendo?
that hurt my eyes, bro. That hurt my eyes. That was hard to watch. But
You
I mean,
like
but
it?
I
Look at
still
that.
wanted. But I still wanted to play it. That's the sad part. I was like, oh my
Dude,
god.
I played Star Fox 2. Looks just like this, and
Nostalgia.
I think it's amazing.
And I was
It
like,
plays much better though, but yeah, with the FX2 chip. But
It does,
yeah.
yeah.
You can thank Doom for that.
and I was like, Slippy, why are you always in trouble?
He stay
Always in trouble, man. Every game.
How is he part of that team?
Yeah, and
Yeah, he would have got fired. Well,
Yeah, get the
or
fucking
killed.
guy out of here.
we were flying through the meteor shower, and dude was still getting chased by enemies. I'm like, bro,
He's nice.
what you want me to do?
No matter what game it is.
Asteroids wasn't a problem. It was just the guys followed him.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
pixel art holds well, man.
Yeah, pixel art is better.
See, I think that looks beautiful. To
It
me.
ages
It
better.
does.
That looks beautiful to me.
Well, when it's done right, because you've seen bad
And
pixel art.
what's the new shit called? NeoPixel. That's the
Mhm.
style they've been
NeoPixel?
using. That's just fucking beautiful.
It's like a 3D.
It's in the Octopath.
Oh,
Star
HD2D.
Ocean.
2D.
You know.
Oh,
with the,
yeah, that's
HDT.
beautiful. Yeah.
I love that style.
And they're using
it is.
NeoPixel and Ayuden Chronicles, which is fucking gorgeous.
Try spelling that.
Oh, I can't wait for that game to come out.
I'm
Finally.
very hyped for it. I was looking at some of the action in that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be locked into this for a minute. And they have 3 main characters. Like whenever they do the 3 main character shit, oh, there goes fucking
Triangle
Triangle
Strategy.
Strategy, which I wanted to play yesterday. I wanted to play this yesterday again
No, it's an amazing game.
because I missed one character.
It's amazing. All right, yeah, my take on retro. Pixels, sprites and pixels, and first generation 3D. Those are retro. I have a hard time seeing.
So PS3 is not retro? to you?
No, and it's the thing. It's like I can't ever think of Metal Gear Solid 5 one day being a retro game. You know, it's like with its open world freedom and sensibilities and stuff. That's like the modern thing. Like even when you play Super Mario Brothers Wonder, it's got linear stages, but you see how much freedom you have to go to different worlds and stuff and different stages after you beat a stage. And even the Kirby game I played with Forgotten Land, you beat a stage, but then other stuff opens up, optional stuff that you can kind of go on the side and do. That's kind of like more modernization. But yeah, when I see retro, I think of the sprites. If you look like Nintendo or Super Nintendo, it's got like a retro aesthetic to it.
You think Wipeout is retro?
Yeah.
Wipeout is retro, yeah.
You think that's retro?
I think it looks
Pixel.
It looks.
There's no pixels in it, man.
No, I said
see a new
first.
game.
I mean,
first
Polygon,
generation.
Polygon.
First generation polygons are retro to me. Yeah,
Okay.
first
I can see a new game
generation.
looking like that. Though.
They could do it like
It would just be smoother.
yeah, it's like it still would be retro. It's like if it looks like this, it's gonna be retro. If it looks
Dripping
like
polygons is retro.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
that's retro, but but sprites, yeah, you can make that look beautiful. There's different things you could. It's more colorful.
Oh, that's a good one. Retro is couch co-op.
Oh, that's an interesting.
That's a
take.
very interesting take.
That is retro.
I
Yeah.
kind
Okay,
of
yeah, that's
disagree
good.
with that.
A lot of people only see online, like they only see online as a co-op.
They only grew up with online, and
Right.
that's
They
their
will
only
not leave the
co-op.
house to play a game. They don't see it that way.
I agree with that.
And since we've been doing it forever,
I could half agree.
Yeah.
I could half agree
I-
because I
Yeah,
know
'cause
that.
we used to go to arcades.
Yeah, I could half agree because that generation doesn't know what it sit in the same room.
no.
But like
Oh,
we
God.
do, and those games are still around.
That
Yeah.
mode
Yes.
is nasty looking.
Like
Yeah,
couch
this
co-op is still a thing.
Well-
Split screen is still a thing.
This is still fun though.
Well, this is
What
what
game
this
is
what
it?
I
Jet
take-
Moto, man.
So,
wow.
I could never get that game down, man. I always was horrible at that game.
It's tough.
well, listen. My take on couch co-op is
Mhm.
this: beat 'em ups are a primary game for couch co-op.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Beat
Yeah.
'em ups, regardless of what they look like, are considered old school. They're considered retro.
Right.
Mhm.
Like even
Mm.
Their
like,
style.
Yeah, and the repetitiveness of it. A lot of people can't even look into it. And be like, oh, this is the same thing. And it's not.
Mm.
But a lot of people look at it like you'll see in new reviews. They'll be like, oh, this is the same thing. You're just mashing a button. Blah blah blah. They don't even try and learn how to play it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But first person. Obviously, people don't consider first person retro. That's online co-op, and they will never see that as retro. I don't care what it is. If you can go online and play, if you can play,
That's not retro.
if you can play GoldenEye online,
Mhm.
they'll consider that not retro.
So you gonna make that jump? Oh, I thought.
Oh, I want to see if he made
Oh.
the jump.
Nah,
I want
and
to
Oh,
see-
my bad.
That
He
jump
made
is
it,
on-
he made
he
it,
made it. He made
it.
it.
This is where I started hating double
Yeah,
drive.
let me go back. Let me go back.
Well, there's a trick. If
There
you
you go.
don't go all the way up on the tractor up there, you can make the jump easy without even being on the belt.
It's funny what goes through everyone's head when they see that part. Does he make the jump?
Yeah, because
I
you
cut
see
it
so
the
many
wrong
people
time.
fail on those last levels of Double Dragon 2 where you have to do the platforming,
God.
man. It's annoying.
Nah.
Especially that one level with the gears and the nail coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Oh yeah, that's
Nah,
that's
bro.
a-
Yeah,
that's a
seven.
pressure.
That,
Yeah,
br-
that sucks.
that brings back almost as bad of memories as the first Ninja Turtles game. For Nintendo,
Ah,
bro.
yes.
Al,
The,
Al,
the,
what's
the
your-
damn level.
What's your take on it?
Yes.
Yeah, that level's horrible, man. I can't believe that. That should have been like a later level. It shouldn't have even been in the game at all, to be honest
Nah,
with you.
absolutely not. I was like 7 or 8
With
years
timer.
old. I was 7 or 8 years old trying to play that.
Oh,
Mad.
You
I
lose
wanna-
all your turtles on that level.
Seriously.
I did want to add to that couch co-op is retro because I do agree with that. But I want to add to that with controllers that have wired controllers, basically.
Oh,
Retro to
yeah,
me.
that's retro.
That's
Yeah.
totally retro.
Yeah, why?
Totally retro.
That's how you
Sad
gotta do it,
retro.
man. You can have 4 freaking Bluetooth controllers on the computer, apparently. So, so yeah. you
Yeah,
gotta
we
put
tried
your-
that. We
you gotta
learned that
put
the
your
hard
wires
way.
in. You gotta get your wires ready.
Oh, console with no storage.
Oh, you have memory cards.
That's right.
Oh yeah, memory cards. That's
Memory cards
retro.
Or even a hard drive. Lacks a hard drive or memory card. That's
Dude, I
retro.
save
Oh,
all
memory
Those memory cards are legit. I still got my old memory cards. I still got all my old data on there and everything from
Look at
games.
that.
So
Yeah, they
Look
still
at that.
survived. Yeah, surprisingly.
yeah,
Yeah.
They can take a beat.
they can. They can.
They've been in the bottom
Really.
of boxes for years in the cold.
I remember my homeboy, his wife got mad at him and threw his memory cards in the sink with water. They was going to damage him.
And that
And
game,
he dried them out, and they still had the data on there. And they work fine. They was like, yeah, they win.
Damn.
I would act like she
That's
ruined
awesome.
everything. I act like she erased everything.
Yeah.
You
I
act
can't
like you-
believe
Yeah, I mean, I think he played off for a little bit or whatever, but he's like laughing like didn't do nothing. So.
Ooh, you know what's retro? Buying a game and getting the entire game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, well said, man.
That's
That's,
a thing of the
totally
past.
retro.
That's
you're
retro.
Not, you're
Yeah.
not wrong.
That is
a thing
retro.
Yeah,
of the
retro
past.
is actually no
Well, yeah.
no updates.
No updates. The entire game is complete.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but it could be it could be damaged. My Castlevania was a bad copy.
You just had bad luck.
I needed an update. I needed an update. I
Just buy
saw
a
it-
new one, man.
I
Return
saw
it.
it. I saw online that was the thing that happened to multiple times.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Word!"
Really?
That's
Yeah.
great.
You just get up to the
Around
Grim
what?
Reaper,
Reaper.
right before Green Reaper it freezes, and I was like, "Dude, that was really a thing." I thought it was just my cartridge.
No, you kept selling it and it passed around to multiple people like the ring.
Wow.
yeah, exactly.
I feel like another retro thing is no comeback mechanics in fighting games.
It's gotta be good. Or it's just, it could be
Oh.
unbalanced though. It could be unbalanced.
Here's another one. Game over is retro. No games have game over anymore.
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
that's true. That's a good one.
You're not
When's the
wrong.
last time you saw that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Continue.
true. Yeah. Right.
Unless it's in a retro style game, or something like that.
I haven't
like
seen
Turtles.
Game Over in a hot minute.
Yeah, right.
It's because we're
Insert-
that damn good.
Insert coin. That's retro.
Insert coin, yeah.
Ooh, that's retro.
Insert coin,
That's
yeah.
retro.
Yeah. That's
Any title of an old documentary for video games.
Yeah.
It's retro.
Justy Views had one. Was that consoles that don't use HDMI?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Facts.
Retro.
Yeah.
That's retro.
Yeah, and then we gotta pay
yeah.
$200 to get it fixed. and fixed.
RCA port
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, another one. Games with no loading times.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I mean that's a CD thing.
Yeah.
PlayStation is still retro. So,
Yeah.
so they load it.
But it's still
Um,
retro though.
I mean, let me give you my take
I
then.
guess, yeah.
I'll give you my take on what I think retro is. So I think it's a nostalgia thing, and I think it's based off when you were born. And I think that first 15 to semi 18 years is going to be considered retro. Because if you're old enough to think of that, if you're 25 and you're like, damn, those are old games to me. They're not old games to me because I'm older than that. But if you're like 25 years old and you think of the first 15 years of your gaming life, that's going to be considered retro. That's why I think that anything 15 years or, anything 15 years back and before is considered retro, regardless of what time you are in this era. So that's why PS3, since that's over 15 years, I think that can be considered retro for someone. Not for me, but for someone, it could be considered retro because you have those memories of growing up. And it changes your perspective of how you think games are.
If they have emulators for the console, then it's retro. Pretty much.
Well, that's possible. I
Also,
think
if
that's
you're
what
playing
because-
Yeah,
playing new updated games, and those games have certain things that were in games that you grew up with,
Yeah.
that's when you start to get the retro feeling.
It's
like
a feeling.
because it's a retro mechanic. It could be the way the game plays. It could be a character, a phrase. They could be using a line from a game from way back that you grew up with. Like stuff like that is all included in the.
It's all based off nostalgia.
Yeah.
So that's why you see collectors in different eras go after different systems. They're like, oh, that's a retro system for this person. You're like, oh, PS3 is now popping for games. Everyone's buying those games because this era is now they're going back to buy the stuff from their childhood.
I can never see PS3 as retro.
Because
Yeah,
you're
I can't-
not you.
I don't
Yeah,
care, man.
if
Not
you
you.
can, I feel like if you
can't
can
do it.
plug in 2 or more controllers into one console, retro.
Yeah. Turbo Graphics got one.
Wired controller. Wired.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. Turbo
wired
had
controllers.
one.
Well, you had
yeah.
to daisy chain your
Well, you need to get
controllers
the.
or no?
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. That was a 3DO.
What was
Yeah,
the
3DO. Also,
yeah.
yeah.
The multi-tap was what? Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
And Nintendo had one, right?
And
yeah,
so
no, they had
Sega
the
Saturn had one too.
four-way play or some shit.
Yeah, the 4-way play. Yes, that
Something like
was.
that.
Yeah, because I remember going
Oh,
with
Genesis had a 4-way play too.
Yeah.
Here's another thing that's retro: RF adapters. Remember those?
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
CRT
Wow.
TVs is retro.
That's
yeah.
very retro.
Yeah,
retro.
that's
Yeah.
going back.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I think that's why people can consider something as old or as new as a PS3. Soon, give it 5 years, PS4 is gonna be retro. It's crazy.
Never.
To
Never.
To
You said 4?
Never.
Yeah.
No, that's too
You know,
soon.
I feel like it comes back to a
In
way of
5
styles
years?
was
Yeah.
considered retro. You know what we were talking about? Like
Mhm.
it just really goes to styles of a game.
If
What
you can't-
it's what's considered retro
Well, it'll be
because
considered nostalgic, but
No, if you
like,
can't buy it in the stores anymore.
well, like I'm saying,
Yeah.
like
To
I think
somebody.
there's a mix between nostalgia and retro also, because for me, retro is like mechanics. Retro is like old school things that were used way back, brought into new games. Like if you say PS4 is retro, like it's just older.
Well, when-
You
well,
know,
when
like,
no-
you could
well,
grow up
well,
with
this
it.
is-
At what point is it considered retro? then?
Let's
You
say in
gotta
10
wait-
years from
Depends
now.
on what's released for the
So you
system.
gotta wait for the
Well, if
future?
all the systems are streaming and there's no physical consoles, then yeah, PS4
Yeah,
is
that
a
would,
retro.
well, that would
In that-
classify as retro
in that
because
time though.
yeah, if everything is like physical and stuff like that is eliminated, and everything is online or whatever, then
Yeah.
you would consider physical media consoles to be retro. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That's
But
that's what
I'm
Yeah.
talking about like
So you
as
need
a
a jump.
system,
You
But
need
that's
a
what-
jump in technology.
something significant has to happen for it to,
So
for that to be
VR,
retro.
if gaming's all VR in 5 years. let's
Yeah,
say,
then everything's retro.
and then everything before
Everything's
that is
retro. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I still go by the 15-year rule.
But like if
Because
you
then they'll be like,
if you
oh,
come out with like a PS6 and everything's pretty much the same except graphics is enhanced, it's
Yeah, yeah.
PS3 or PS4 is not retro. It's the same shit, just enhanced.
I think it depends.
But it has to do something more
I think it
to
depends
make
on
the other, like
in your
PS4 and everything else.
Yeah.
What did it do?
Because I was
You
thinking,
know?
I was like, what makes retro for me? I was like, damn, those Nintendo years really make it retro for me because I learned about games when that was out. So if I'm like, oh, I'm older, Atari was not retro. I mean, it's retro, yes, it's old as hell, but it has no connection to me because I didn't grow up with that and learn about games from Atari.
They weren't that good.
If there was a PS6 game, PS6 comes out, PS6 game, and it does like pixel art, that's a retro thing because it was already done before, but it's being brought out again. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a modern retro.
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, but it still has pixel art, which is something old.
But we always
brought up.
We always thought that that's what games would look like in the future when we only had pixels.
And I'm glad we're wrong.
So thank goodness for indies for even doing
Indies
that.
keeping it alive. God bless them.
I like some of these in the chat. Turn to channel 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Black
yeah.
and white TV,
Always
retro.
three. Who
You know what's
uses
funny?
Channel 4?
I did
You use Channel
think-
4?
because
there was
my
was
grandma
four,
used to use the VCR on channel 3, and I was like, I had to use the other channel.
Okay.
Yo, what's
it was
going on,
occupied.
Hit Start Studios?
Oh,
Hit Start Studios.
Hit Start
Yo.
Studios said,
Start
shout out to
Studios.
Reggie for leaving his.
The camera off so the guys can fill the time talking about it. That's,
What happened?
that's awesome.
I didn't even see it. What happened?
No, he said, shout out to leaving your camera off so we could talk about Brave Cave.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That was probably the right thing to do.
It was all planned.
yeah,
It was all
strategically planned.
I swear, Al, it was on, man. I don't know why it wasn't displaying.
No,
properly.
actually,
That's
it was.
weird.
I don't know, something on my end when I, like right now, it's showing that
It
it's
wouldn't
off,
show you over there.
but
when
it's
it shows
showing
you.
on screen. It's showing.
So it wasn't your fault.
We thought
Yeah.
Maybe some refresh thing or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we thought he hit his head on a pan, got knocked out.
Yeah, they thought I was injured, but they kept the show going.
Yeah.
You know, he's hurt. Well, maybe we'll just keep
Your-
Your
going.
mic was still on, so we were
Reggie's
like, what
injured,
the?
but we're gonna keep this show going. We're gonna make sure he gets some help.
Oh man.
Someone on the side calling an ambulance.
Yeah, call an ambulance for Reggie. But we gonna keep
I-
the show going.
I have some cool news of my own
Oh.
that I saw recently. You guys probably already talked about this. Somebody finally did something that I thought was impossible. And Al, you could probably appreciate this,
Oh, I
man.
know what you're gonna
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Yes.
You already know. You already know.
I already know what
we
you're
already
gonna say.
A young man was able to beat Tetris, and seeing the moment he beat the game
Mhm.
was amazing because I could only imagine how he felt because
Mhm.
Tetris is supposed to be an unbeatable game,
Yeah.
and he got there, and once he got that last score, the game just froze. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
No one's ever got to that point.
Yeah.
That was amazing
He reached
seeing that. I was like, dude,
Reach the kill
I
screen.
beat
That was-
Tetris
yep.
back in the day too on level 2. My system was dirty. It said,
But the crazy
But-
thing is now that record has been broken.
Yeah.
Someone else.
has it been broken already?
Yeah,
Multiple.
already.
Oh,
Already.
wow.
Well,
Wow,
they've done
amazing.
The same thing. So I mean,
Well, this kid was the first one to kind of
Right,
like,
he's the first
I don't
one
know.
to do
yeah, now
He's the
still
first one
first.
to do it.
He's still the first.
He could live off that for a minute. I remember there was a news
Oh,
report and the lady was like making fun of him.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you making fun of this kid, man? He just
He's
happy and
13. Leave him
Yeah,
alone.
man.
Let the kid
Come
play
on.
some video games.
She had no love
Yeah.
for Tetris. Man.
And that's Tetris. That's a classic.
she had no love for Tetris. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
man.
what it was.
OG puzzle
messed
game.
up,
It's
man.
like, come on. I saw that. Yeah, I
She
know.
probably saw him was like this Pong game.
It's like you need
But-
to,
excited over Pong.
you need to go outside. It's like, come on, man. It's Tetris. You know,
Stay
it's
inside.
awesome.
People are sick outside.
Seriously.
Sick out there.
It's good game.
Hey Al, do you think you'll I mean I know I asked you this before, man, but do you think you'll ever maybe start playing Tetris 2 competitively, like try to make it work?
No, man.
A little bit of Tetris 2. Those weird shapes that they have in that game.
Oh God, man.
Tetris 2 looks terrible. It just looks like
That's
a
bad.
terrible
Oh,
game.
but there's worse. There's worse.
That was
I
it was a total experiment when they released the NES top loader. That's when it came out. I remember Tetris 2, and
I gotta. You know what? I should do a video talking about the worst Tetris games because they're really,
Yes.
really bad Tetris
I don't
games.
think
You
Hatch
could
was
have a
ever.
And a lot of people don't know.
even the
know.
knockoff ones too. You should throw a couple of those in
I
there.
have a bunch. I have a bunch.
Mhm.
Real bad ones. Real bad.
I saw a
Do you-
lot that were pretty bad.
Do you own Tetris 2, by the way?
Of course.
When's the last time you played it?
Since I streamed it.
When you,
That was it. that was it, man.
I gotta look at that stream, man. That must have been horrible.
That
Like,
was
oh,
just
God.
for the viewers, man. that was
Just for the
it.
viewers. Okay.
That was it.
Okay.
Not for enjoyment.
No, Nintendo's
Oh my God.
experimental days when they did the second game in a series and they really wanted to go with wild experimentation. It's
Japan,
just like,
Japan had the best Tetris games though, man. They really went out there, but yeah, never came out here. They never poured them here.
that's crazy.
What's going on, Cowboy?
Oh,
Cowboy in the building.
Wants to unsubscribe to our Instagram,
He
but
said-
okay.
He said,
All right.
unsubscribe our Instagram. All
That's
right.
fine. Nobody else subscribes.
That's fine.
We appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Well, hit that like button, y'all.
Life goes on.
man. Yeah,
Right?
true.
Life goes on.
It does, man. So,
So,
yeah.
man.
what do you think of the companies that are making and calling themselves retro companies making new stuff?
They're just kind of banking off of the nostalgia.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
that's all. I mean, if they make good products, that's good. You know, but by doing that, they're just kind of bring that nostalgia back by naming their companies that, because obviously we'll look into like, you know, what's this? Okay, That's something I could get into maybe, but yeah.
And what do you think of the handheld market? Because they're banking a lot off retro right now.
Oh,
An example like something like Evercade or something, or
yeah,
or
Retroid
what-
Pocket.
Yeah,
Evercade's nice,
Evercade.
Retroid Pocket.
Evercade is on point because they're serious about physical. They know the love that people have for physical,
Yep.
and the compilations they're putting on these cartridges is amazing.
Mm.
Like I got rid of some of my regular Sega Genesis games because they were ported over to the Evercade, which is more convenient for me to play. But not only that, now they're getting their own exclusive games. Like one of them I talked about. You guys ever heard of that game called Full Void?
No.
So Full Void is a game. It plays like Out of This World or Heart of Darkness. Not
Okay.
as hard as Heart of Darkness. That game was trial and error like crazy.
I beat that game.
But yeah, it's like that, but a lot easier. But it's really fun, and I wish I had it here with me. I could show you guys the game. But Full
pull it
Void
up.
is an exclusive game they got as a physical.
Is
The
this
game
it?
is on.
Is
Yeah,
this
that's it. There you go.
This is it. Okay.
Yeah. Look at Algie. Algie is ready to go with the footage. Man. I love it. That's
He's
what I'm talking about.
fast.
Man.
He's fast.
But you're playing as this kid, and these freaking androids are chasing you. You don't see them in the screen yet, but you will. They're pretty terrifying because I got caught once by them in the beginning, and I was like, dude, I gotta look out for these things. This is crazy.
Huh.
But they're stalking you through the whole game, so it's like it's just there's this tension, and it's like this. You can see the world is like kind of like messed up and everything like that. You'll see why that is when you play the game. But I had so much fun playing this game. When I got it, I beat it. I played it and beat it the same night. That's how much it pulled me into it.
Wow.
Like I was just playing it, and I love games that do that. So,
It's like Inside.
It looks good.
You all right?
What's the name?
oh
of
yeah,
it again?
you guys will love it, man. It'll pull you in. Trust me, it looks great.
Full Void is the
Void.
name of the
Full
game.
Void.
Yeah, Full Void,
It looks beautiful.
and it's out on everything, but only physical on Evercade.
Wow,
Oh, it's only
Yes.
physical on Evercade?
that's cool.
The only physical on Evercade. I
Oh,
think-
shoot.
Yeah,
Oh, yo, he
yeah,
got-
yeah,
yo,
dog,
yo,
yeah,
yo.
dog is about to get him. It's about to get him. You better move it. All right, there you go, kid. You're safe
Wow.
for now.
Yo, his
Damn.
ass is
You know-
about to die.
I
Real
thought he
quick.
got caught.
Look at the dog barking at him, but the dog is gonna leave.
Yo, that's
He's going, yeah, I'll get you later.
wow.
You got a dog turn around.
Yeah, that's mad creepy.
Yo.
Came up mad quick.
Yeah.
It's very creepy, man. And I was like, dude, like playing that game, like it's like, dude, it reminded me of something nostalgic I can't think of right now, but it's just like, I don't know, it's like a movie maybe I saw back in the day, but it's like really gives you that feeling of something retro and cool. So I think a lot of people will like that one. But that's what Evercade's doing. So I'm happy that they're doing that type of stuff. So
That's new
Yeah.
for them because I thought the Evercade was just doing arcade ports when they first
That's
came.
Which
out.
is nice.
That's what I thought.
And then they started adding in Nintendo like NES games. I was like, why are you doing the NES? I mean, Double Dragon 2 NES version you got to put on there. But I was like, I thought this was the arcade physical system. That would have made sense. But then they started adding a whole bunch of stuff. And then they're
certain
like,
games that probably wouldn't get a physical, will probably get an exclusive physical on the Evercade, which is nice. So I like seeing arcade games get a physical release on there. I think that's a perfect place to release them, to be honest with you, to get a physical. Because a lot of companies won't take a chance on an arcade game, like making it a physical in a compilation or whatever like that, because like they got to do work and make sure it plays properly, and I feel like they don't want to do that. So it's safer bet is to put it on the Evercade, I guess.
reminds me of a Sega.
The Evercade is retro.
100% retro.
yes, it is.
Look at that dude wearing belt and suspenders. That falls in Double Dragon
Suspenders
Well,
are retro. Let me say.
Yeah,
Suspenders are retro.
belt retro.
Nah, there's a guy at my job that still wears suspenders.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
It's not with a belt though, right? Because he's wearing both. Like, what the hell?
Suspenders is-
No belt.
That is kinda
Tucked
funny.
in
It's
shirt.
overkill. It's
Just the
overkill.
suspenders.
Yeah, Evercade definitely something retro. And,
Didn't they have-
I consider it a portable because obviously, like the first version of it was a portable, but they do have the Versus system, as a console, which is cool. Then they came out with the Pocket, which I didn't really think they needed to make the Pocket. But have you guys seen the Evercade Pocket?
I haven't seen
No,
the
I'm pulling up the
Pocket.
trailer right now.
I
Hold
saw
on.
the
Yeah,
hand.
it looks like a
Game
Game Boy
Boy.
system, and
Yeah.
it's actually pretty cool. You
Yeah, the
know,
little ones.
the buttons are a little bit closer together because I got big hands, so
Look at
that's
that.
why it's kind of somewhat uncomfortable for me. But
Yeah, that
I
D-pad.
think it was cool.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
this playing something like Street Fighter, and you saw him playing Street Fighter on there. Could be
I-
maybe tough to pull off a couple moves, but once you get used to it,
I question
You know,
that D-pad on that
I was just about to ask that.
man.
I was just about to say that.
and their colorways. But other than that,
but nobody.
Looks
The
cool.
commercial's weird though because nobody will actually put this in their pocket like that, like they're about to go to work. It's like, oh, I'm gonna play this on my break. Like, nah, man, you can play it around the house. That's it.
Yeah,
You know.
that's hilarious.
But mainly the Evercade releases are looking pretty good. They're popping, and they announced something next month, I believe, that's coming out pretty soon here. So yeah, that's what I feel good about.
bootleg
The
Chinese
portable games.
handhelds are retro.
What do you say?
The bootleg Chinese handhelds are retro.
Yes, they are, dude. 100%. I saw a bunch of them when I was like in Korea, like all these like console and handheld systems. They were like knockoffs, obviously, of current systems. Like they had this one that looked like a PlayStation. I remember it was called something. It's something weird.
That's
I think
Nintendo.
I actually have it here.
It's Nintendo.
I think I actually have it.
You have it?
Yeah, I think I did a video on it. Maybe I didn't
did.
show it. I showed it in Jason's channel. I
You
think
did
in
a
the
video.
pickups video.
Ah,
No, you did
Yeah.
a video on it.
I did do a video on it. See,
Yeah.
so many videos you forget stuff. Wow.
It
But
was
I
like-
showed it off. I looked. I was like, dude, this is like
You know what's
This is
retro?
insane.
Reggie's old
It's-
videos.
it's like a punishment, right? Like think about it, when you're a kid and you ask your parents to get you a system, but they get you to knock off one instead because they're mad at you. Because they're not gonna give you
You
yeah.
like the-
That's what those knockoff systems remind me of, like getting that instead of like a Nintendo or a
punishment.
current
That's a
system. that you really
punishment.
want.
You never had a Fintendo?
You don't like the fun station? The fun station was pretty
the
good.
fun
man.
station.
oh man.
That's what it was called. The Fun Station. The one I showed that's what it was called.
That shit sounds creepy.
The
Wow.
fun station.
Right?
Look,
sounds
it looked like
creepy.
it looked like a PlayStation, but you open it and then you put in a cartridge.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Like you slide the
and it's
cartridge into
these
the
lame games on there, man. But it's funny. You know,
Sounds like a place you walk down the wrong block.
The
The
fun
fun
station.
station, mad
Dude,
creepy.
That's what I thought the PlayStation was. I was like, what
Actually,
the hell?
PlayStation sounds bad.
well,
too.
I thought
I know.
like yeah.
That's a bad name.
When they first announced it, I thought it was like the Nintendo 5 the 5-game arcade.
Oh yeah. What was that called? That
When you
was-
could pick-
Oh, the multi-cart.
Yeah, when you could
shoot.
pick your game.
Yeah.
I thought
yeah.
that's what they were talking about when they said PlayStation. I was like, what is this arcade PlayStation thing? They're talking about Ridge Racer and a whole bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, what is this? And they had a guy standing in the arcade. I was like, all right, that's not what they're talking about.
That's funny.
I got the Retro Pocket 4 coming soon. Hopefully like the 4th of next month or the 5th, like first week of next month. So
Retroid
Yeah.
Pocket.
the Retro Pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Matt said he had the Retro Pocket 3. Oh, he said it holds up.
So you guys are feeling pretty good about handhelds, though? Like the future of handhelds?
I do.
The Switch is leading
Retro.
the way.
I-
PC
Switch is leading
handhelds,
the
I
way.
think, is.
I'm addicted.
People, you know what's funny? Al, like somebody, like people get mad. Like they'll ask me a question, like Reggie, why do you buy 2 copies of the same game on different systems? And I'm like, man, I don't consider the Switch as a console. It's more of a portable to me.
Portable.
So when I buy the same game, I never buy a full price game. Like it's like $60 and up. It's always like an indie type title, like $30 or whatever like that. So
Mhm.
it'll pretty much equal up to a full price game by getting both versions. But having both, I have a choice of playing the game on the go or at home.
Yeah.
But then again, if I want to sell, which one am I going to sell? Obviously, it's going to be the portable. For me, it would be the portable version, which is the Switch version, which would probably be more money. So there's that. That's one reason I do it. I should actually do a video on this so people will stop asking me that. Like, why do you like 2 versions? Like they focused on that only in the video instead of like some of the content. I'm like, what?
Plus
Really?
the Switch version will be the dumbed down version usually. So
Yeah, it usually is, but it goes for more, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like I was like, wow.
Tell you, the portable
Speaking of-
feature, too viable. The versatility, just too much. Versatility, the value.
Wow, you just followed
Wow.
the incorrect way to
Yo,
say
he
it.
just see this brainwash.
It's just-
The versatility.
Yo, that really
Jedi
just
mind
happened?
tricked you, man.
That really
Okay.
The
Yeah,
versatility.
he totally Jedi mind
Man.
tricked you, dude.
Nah, I know.
Recommend-
Oh, look at
Reggie's
that.
recommendation for you guys.
Oh, Gravity
Gravity
Circuit.
Circuit.
I played that.
Oh, it's on my
Yeah, I
it's
played
on my
that.
wish list.
yeah, I
played
saw
that.
the trailer. For
You
it.
guys will love it.
It
And
looks
yes,
awesome.
I got the Switch version for people watching, as you can see.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the price to drop down just a little bit lower.
Well, it's 30.
Just a little bit lower.
Well,
A little bit lower. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't see a reason for them to make a PS5 version though. That's the thing. Like PS4 version a lot better. So, but still, they did it.
Game looks dope though. Looks
Sometimes the PS5 version goes on sale. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Dude, I
Sometimes.
bought River City Girls 1 and 2, but 1 came and the disc was not in the thing, so I had to open it. Because I had it digital, so I wasn't going to open those.
Yeah.
And it was rattling in the thing, so I had to open it. I'm like, dude, that's garbage for my collection. So now I got to open it.
Oh man.
Some people like test it and like try and get it back on while it's in the box. And I was like, I'm not going to wreck the game like that, so I'm just going to open it.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I had that for Blaster Master 0. I had 1, 2, and 3, but I had it digital on the Switch, so I bought it for PS4.
Yep.
And one of the plastics ripped. I'm like, dude, come on! I didn't want to open these.
You got to put it in a protective case, man.
Before I even got it in the mail, it was messed up.
Wow.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's garbage. And then I ordered.
That happened to me with what was
Sonic? Oh, the Sonic. What was it? What was the new 2D one?
Superstars.
No, Sonic
Mania.
Mania?
Yeah, I bought Sonic Mania, the special edition gold box one, right?
Uh-oh.
I got it in the mail. I bought it from Best Buy. I got it in the mail. It said Peggy 13. I was like, dude, this is a
Oh, it's the
pound?
European version.
What? Best Buy?
From Best Buy.
That's
the European.
wild.
How they sell you the?
I was like, this is trash. And
Damn.
I tried to order it again from there. Like
Yeah.
the American one is sold out forever.
Ah.
So I'm like, all right, I guess I got this worthless PAL version. I
Actually,
would never open this one.
that happened to me. Actually, I got a what was it? Tomb Raider, the rebooted
Oh,
one.
you got
for 360.
You got the
It was a
version?
comic book or whatever it came with.
metal, the tin,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
case. The
Yeah.
metal
Well,
case.
it was cracked.
Ah.
The game.
Well, yeah. If you
Wow.
if you're ordering
It
special
was like
edition,
when I
never.
got it. I remember it was like you could hear it shaking the disc inside the. I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, please.
Yeah.
And I opened it up and it was like chipped on the. I was like,
Ah.
terrible.
That's why it's
Ooh,
hard.
terrible.
Instruction manuals are retro.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good
Yup.
one. That is
That's a
yes.
good one, yeah.
that's a good one.
And
Yes.
I saw in the chat strategy guides.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
Strategy.
I miss those, man.
Those are old. I just saw today that Sierra used to make their games like with stupid puzzles in it to
Yeah.
make people buy the strategy guides because people were bootlegging the game, so they didn't make money off it. So they made money off the guides.
Look at that.
So that's why you had to get
Smart.
like a shoelace
Smart.
onto a snail shell to make like stupid stuff. Like you would never think.
That's
So
cool.
That's why they did it. And
Interesting.
I never knew that.
Wow.
Video game magazines are retro.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You got one. I think there's still one.
Game Informer's
I
still
mean,
around,
dude,
right?
that's
Game-
yeah,
Game
that's a little
Informer?
rough.
Game
I
Informer
got
still
this.
around.
I got this one from
Is that Gamers Republic?
Ga-
No,
Retro
Retro.
This one-
Games.
this
Oh,
one-
retro gamers.
overseas.
That's retro.
That's pretty much
It's in the title.
That is retro.
Here's another one, and then this one
Oh, that's
right
pretty
here
cool.
The
I
ball.
got from overseas. So
Oh, yeah,
it's
that-
definitely retro, but luckily a couple of them are still coming out. You know, what my favorite one was Game Fan
Game
back in
Fan.
the day.
Game
They used to do-
Fan was cool.
They used to do import reviews,
them
and they had
ones.
a mini review section
Yep.
where you give you short reviews and then long review sections, and they show you what's coming out. That magazine was amazing.
You ever look at a Game Fan now?
Yes.
And see how off the wall crazy that design is?
Yes.
Everything is everywhere in
Yep.
that book.
I love
Those
the
are-
advertisements in those, man.
Oh,
Those,
That was
those
a
are
thick ass
insane.
book.
Yeah, do you remember the one with the Ice Cube and the Sega Saturn? The Ice Cube, like he looked like. Yeah, that was one of the ones I remember from Game Fan. I actually had the magazine back there, but like, yeah, Ice Cube. Let me see if I can
Yeah, they
pull it
wild
up or
out.
something.
They wild
send
out
it to you.
completely on their design.
That's hilarious. I remember those. Game Film was great.
No, that was one of the best. A lot of people don't know about it.
I think that's how I saw Guardian Heroes for the first time.
Yeah, but definitely.
I was like,
We had a Game Fan store near us. There was
I found it.
Die Hard Game Fan in the store.
You got it?
And
Oh,
looked
yeah, that's
like,
right.
It looked like Funko Land before Funko Land.
So Al, I'm gonna send this picture to you real fast.
Oh shoot! All right. Hold on.
And it-
I miss gaming instruction.
You're sending it through.
Well, I mean,
Messenger?
I did like looking through
Oh
books
shoot!
at the end of the month.
No, or no? Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe you can just pull it up yourself. Just
Yeah, I'll
type
pull it
Ice
up.
Cube Sega Saturn, you'll see the image.
But the internet changed all that though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's,
Like you just go to trailers every day, all day.
yeah.
Do you
And when you
think-
guys see this,
That's why
You
E3
get
is
that
gone.
nostalgia.
Do you think
Oh,
it's
damn.
retro for the Xbox to still use AA batteries in this controller?
Oh god.
Oh.
That's
Batteries
not
are
right.
retro.
That's smart.
There you go, Ice Cube.
Come on.
Come on, you remember that, right? Look at that, Ice Cube.
I
Like,
can't
come
look
on.
at him the same again.
That's hilarious.
Oh, they put the ring.
You know
of
what that
fire
reminds me
around
of,
his
man?
head.
That reminds me of the worst Ice Cube song ever, man. You guys remember his worst song is?
His worst song. Which one?
It's
West
called
Side.
Street Fighter. It's based off the Street Fighter movie, the soundtrack. It's horrible.
Oh, no, now I
That's
got
it, man. Ice Cube was just trying to get the check making the song because he barely wrote anything. He was just like, you gotta, you hear the song. It's the worst song
it
ever.
was in,
I don't
it
wish
was
I
in the
could play
Street
it,
Fighter
man.
movie with
That was
the
on the soundtrack.
with
I
the
gotta hear
with the
that.
Deion Sanders song. It was in that same soundtrack or no?
I'm pretty sure it was because I used to own the soundtrack. Actually, the soundtrack has a couple good hits on there. Do you guys remember the rapper named Ahmad?
Oh, this is the video?
Yes,
Oh,
back in the day.
Back in the day, he's on there, and he has a song called "Come With It."
That's
That song
retro.
is so good on that. Like it's one of the best rap songs I ever heard in my
Oh.
life. Like I loved it.
Obviously, I can't play the song, but
That's
I got the
retro.
video up. If you guys
Wait,
are
what is that?
watching.
He made a video for it?
This is the video. It's a video.
Oh my god, dude, I never knew this.
I didn't know this
No,
either.
MTV or MTV and BET never showed this video, man.
I just looked it up. I'm like,
Oh,
Fighter.
What
Oh,
would you
It's
mind
called
if I-
it's called Ice Cube Street Fighter.
Street.
Yeah, the song called Street
Ice
Fighter.
Cube,
Yeah,
Street
by
Fighter,
Ice
yeah.
Cube.
Will definitely be demonetized.
Yeah, we would. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Chaco, if you listen to it, man, just
Oh boy.
don't let it mess up your flow in Street Fighter
Yeah,
6,
yeah.
man. Like, cause
Don't play that now, man.
it will, man. You
I
start-
can't
you
even,
think
I
about
can't
that-
even find it on Spotify.
Because he probably had it removed. He's like,
If I had it removed, that's how bad it is.
It's that
Hey, don't get me
Capcom-
wrong. Ice Cube puts out every song he puts out usually a hit, man. But Street Fighter,
It's that
because I thought
Capcom.
like Ice Cube was on the soundtrack. I thought it was gonna be like awesome. And even as a kid, I was like, dude, this is horrible. Like I can't listen to this. Like you were bumping that down the
can't
street,
find it,
man.
man.
You get laughed at. in your car.
You can't find it because of the
Street Fighter.
Capcom DRM.
I gotta
I
find
wonder what has
that.
the worst. I wonder what has the worst soundtrack. That or the Ninja Turtles
Oh god.
movie.
But the Ninja Turtles movie, I thought that song was all right, man. Even though they didn't get no record deal, I thought they did
Turtle
okay for the.
Yo, they just
Yeah,
remade
Turtle
that
Power.
song.
Turtle Power. I
What?
remember.
Partners in Crime just remade that song.
I remember the
Really?
April O'Neil song. No way.
They had that song and one other song, and that was it. Their career was done, I guess.
Wait, what April
On the
O'Neil song?
soundtrack. On the soundtrack. It's called that. It's bad.
Oh man. Oh, this sounds terrible. Oh god.
So on that.
You guys hear it?
On that.
No, oh, no, I ain't playing that.
No, we can.
I did nothing wrong.
Once the
Listen.
stream is over.
We'll have to do a whole podcast about bad soundtracks to game related things.
Oh Lord.
And we can't play any.
Actually, we're gonna do
we
something.
will just demonetize them.
We're gonna do something new. We're gonna keep Reggie on till the very end of the podcast.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Finally,
For
I've been
the
waiting for
first
this to happen
time.
for like. This is awesome, man. Like
No,
I
you're
always.
gonna be here till the end. We're not saying goodbye, so.
Well, this
Okay,
is the very
right
end
on.
of the podcast.
It is. And he's gonna be with us.
he is with
All right,
us.
well, right on. I thought we had
So
a
now
little more
now
time.
you'll get to experience the end with us.
So let
Right
everybody know where to find you, Reggie.
Radical Reggie, or the Radical one now. I rebranded. So the Radical one on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, even TikTok, kind of. I'm still working on that. But, social medias, come check me out. I do retro video games, modern video games. Sometimes I give my hot takes on certain topics and all that good stuff. So come check me out.
Reggie got dances on TikTok.
Yep.
Yeah. Reggie doing some weird dances on TikTok.
No, just more funny videos of like certain scenes in movies. Like you guys remember that movie called Judgment Night
Rings a
with
bell.
Dennis Leary,
Ring a bell.
and
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah.
there was the scene in the sewer when he killed that guy and he was choking him out and talking to a dead body. I added it. Stuff like that is like I added to TikTok because it's funny looking and everything like that, but nothing really game related anymore. But yeah.
All right. All right.
That's hilarious.
Bizarre requested a Fortnite dance.
Wow.
Fortnite is retro.
It is.
Fortnite's retro.
Fortnite.
That is
It's
hilarious.
considered retro.
Oh, man. Anyway,
There's a classic.
Warriors
There's
of
a classic.
Virtue was.
What did you say? Warriors of Virtue?
Where's the virtue?
Yeah, that's
That
what,
movie,
Bizarre
the
said.
Kangaroos.
Hell yes.
All right, hold on, but we got to talk about a streaming schedule real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for those of us who think that we just do podcasting, you're mostly right, but we do have other content. Starting Sundays, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the Let's Play Sundays. That's going to be multiplayer games, guys. Yes, of the co-op and the versus variety starting at 3:30 p.m. Sometimes we have a second stream starting at 6 p.m. So make sure you join the Discord, follow our social media to find out what games we're going to be playing, because sometimes we decide on the spot. So you're going to need to know what the name of those games are. Follow us on all social media. Make sure you find that out. Chalk, what you got going on Fighter Friday?
Fighter Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I play fighting games. I play beat 'em ups, and sometimes I get beat up. Sometimes I beat people up. This Friday, I think I'm playing Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh.
But it's a shame it's not crossplay yet, unless I'm wrong.
Once it is, though, that's when my debut starts.
Oh, yeah.
No one cares. No one cares.
Charlie, you should play all the Tekkens that night to build up the Tekken.
I'm not buying all them Tekkens. I'm not even looking
It's like
for all them
$2
Tekkens.
Yeah, man.
You know what? Maybe I'll play Tekken 7.
Yes.
Maybe I'll play Tekken 7.
I'll join in if you play it.
Yeah, I'll play. It's on. I'm playing it on Xbox though.
Damn it.
It is crossplay though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
good. I'll be
Try and
down.
come find me, son.
I'm down, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm down.
And and we're back to the podcast, everyone. Surprise. Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get all 5 of us going crazy. It's going to be a wild party like it is with the live chat always coming through. If we have a guest on like Radical Reggie, you know they're going to be awesome. You know they're going to be great. So make sure you tune in. And if you happen to miss us live, we feel bad for you. But you could listen to us on your preferred podcasting platform. We on everything. Wherever you get your podcasts, we there. We there. So make sure you step on that. And if you like what you're listening to and or watching, you could support us by doing the following. Rate, review on your podcasting platform. That'd be great. Share this with a close family member or friend.
Yes.
And if you guys want to donate, just check the links in the description. We show you how to handle that type of stuff if you're interested in doing that. But any of those would be fine. Like, subscribe, follow us on all social media, all that stuff. Level 857 related.
All right.
Shout out to the radical one himself, Reggie.
Yes, thank you.
Radical Reggie.
We're dropping 2 again.
And until next week, y'all. Everybody be good.
Peace out.
Later.
Level 8.